You then texted your wife, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, quote, tell them the guy.
J.F.K. I'm raw, hustler.
You then texted your wife, Brian Albert, and Nicole Albert, quote, tell them the guy never went in the house, correct?
Yeah, that's part of the same text. Yes.
Mr. McCabe, who was the guy that you were referring to? Does he have a name?
That would be John O'Keefe.
The guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your attention, and now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the takeoff. The captain has made tower communications available, so if you'd like to monitor the air traffic system, you'll find that on channel 9 and your headsets in the seat pocket in front of you. We'll give you a little more information about our service plan for our flight this evening as soon as we're in the air. Thank you, and again, welcome aboard.
What's up, people? Let's go. I need everybody just to calm down. Calm down. James Jackson connecting. Catching his connecting flight. Let's go. Message from the flight deck. Early turbulence. Yes, Josie Lou. Back in the house. Wow, Josie. That's one way to start this off. Woo. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Mark S, all my mods. Misty, what up? Donna, my man Scotty. That's right, Laura. Nephew, the Rizzle. Ryan Ortiz. Woo. Hello all. Yes, you know how we do it. Making changes. Melissa. Mary's up in here. Firebird. I like a Trans Am a little bit better than a Firebird, but it's all the same shit. What's the difference? 350 6-cylinder. I roll with that 5.7. But Firebird, what up? Yo. J.F.K. and James, what's up, JoJo? Disclaimer. Yeah, 142. Cherry. Boston Lisa, what up? Yes, yes. James Jackson is in the building. James Jackson.
J.F.K, what up?
How we doing, man? It's been a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fucking in pain, man. In pain. Fucking knee injury, man.
James Jackson got a knee injury. Damn,
knee.
James.
Yeah.
Your
Don't
dog
bounce
did you dirt.
back. She
Your
did me
dog did
dirty. She did me dirty. She fucking did pull the Kevin from South Boston on me, man. Yes. Lynn Diaz, the polos. We stay with the polo. Quote was good. Quote was great. Thank you for asking.
Now, I got a phone call by one of our friends, right? Now, the DA in your case, is it a woman?
Yes.
Do you know one of our friends told us that that woman is his first cousin?
Whew. Ask her for my man, the one that was there the other day.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to get too much into
All
it.
right,
You know what I mean?
I don't want to get into it. Okay, I know who it is, and he can talk to me. Because if that's the case,
Yeah, but he said he did. He said he did talk, and everything's all good.
Yeah, everything's all good. But the thing what I don't understand, and I'll just put this out there: how can a district attorney talk? Well, we already know this, Jay. We already know they talk with both sides of their mouth. So I answer that question, but she says one thing. She hopes that something happens to somebody else, but she puts a case against me that I could actually catch a crime on. So, in other words, she wants the other party to get locked up, but she wants me to catch the case. Is crazy.
Kevy Kev's in the building.
Kevy Kev.
What up, guys?
Chilling. Kevy Kev, what up, man?
Kevy Kev, you know that woman we're talking about, is she kind of like, she's like slim, black, curly hair?
The DA?
There's a couple of women. There's two women DAs up there. There's an older woman that just wants the, younger.
The word on the street is the word on the street is you're all right, James.
Yeah, I'm all right. But this is my next question. Why would so the DA said we're not asking for a trial date because we're gonna handle this out of court, and then they had some funeral to go to. What do you know? The Commonwealth had a funeral they had to go to, so the judge had to be there on my case, and the district attorney had to be there. So they had a fill-in judge and a fill-in district attorney the other day. So the public pretender on the case, no offense if you're watching, but you are a public pretender.
No, James, stop.
No, he's a great guy, but he's still a public pretender.
He's a great guy. He just got he got a heart of a mouse.
Yeah, so he says, we're going to take this to trial. And I look at him like, why would you just say that?
Hey,
what's going on? Did I miss something? Who died?
What is he, the only one with an open case?
You're the only one that can get locked up.
What the fuck? God damn, man.
Oh man, so it's just been a shit show, but
But overall, they continue your case, right? I know that let you down, but they continue your case over. There was a funeral that the judge and the DA had to go to, and they continued it based on that, not for no other reason.
Okay, so then why don't the lawyer just say that instead of saying he wants a trial date, bro?
Because he's pushing it because it was a pretrial, right?
No, it was that day. It should have been done. They were basically looking for the outcome.
Yeah, but what was that? What was that day? What was that day?
So put the last time we were there.
What was the status for that day? Was it a pretrial?
I would say it'd be pretrial conference, but judge said, "Are we asking for a trial date?" Commonwealth says, "No, Your Honor, we're not asking for a trial date because we're going to come to an agreement next time we come to court." You know, the world's life goes on. Someone passes away. They have to do their thing. Now this feeling, I just don't understand it. How this happens now. Why doesn't it still stand with wait till they come back and let them handle it? I don't know, man. I know I'm good because I got the truth on my side. You know,
right.
and you know what I got and what
I think it's the trauma, bro. I think you just get so upset and so worked up because you know how they work, and it doesn't help watching Hank Brennan either.
It doesn't help watching this case, bro.
When I watch Hank, when I watch Hank Brennan, bro, I'm looking out my window, man. I think the feds are coming for me.
When I watch this case, I'm in the courtroom like, which one of you motherfuckers is working with Higgins? You know, looking at all the
man, it's scary, bro. It's like watching a scary movie.
Listen, man, it really is, and I say that with all due respect to you people out there that work in these cases, because I met a court officer that recognized me from this show, and she had nothing but good things to say. So I'm not up here saying like every court officer, every probation officer, every CEO. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there are people out there. Same thing with the guy at Stop and Shop that bags your groceries, or they used to. You bag them now, but the guy that used to bag your groceries, you know, it's the same shit. An asshole's an asshole for me. I don't care.
James Jackson is on fire.
Man.
You know, from what it sounds like, though, too, James is, you know, I mean, just, you know, I mean, I see he's taking all the right steps. I mean, and that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're just taking these steps. You're rolling with the punches. You know what I'm saying? Watching and dealing with what we're, you know, like the show right now. You know, we see a lot of stuff getting exposed. And, I mean, all the red flags go up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, it is tough to stomach, but. You know,
it is,
just
man.
Keep pushing forward with it, man. I mean,
yep.
I mean, I believe you're doing all the right steps, man. You know,
it's
Drea
just
with the knowledge. Look at Drea with that.
Triggers are
real.
That's a real trauma is real too. You know, it's that trauma. You know, we'll have conversations about this case, and then JFK and I will have a conversation about DYS. And then it'll parallel back to this case. And it's like, there you go. The trauma from all of that growing up, being in the system. It's just, I said it to the lawyer walking out too, thinking this dude was going to get in a Benz. He gets in a Ford F-150. I'm like, what?
Hold on a minute. I got to take it up to 39,000 with that one. Oh, man. You got me waiting on another court date. Oh, shit.
God.
Yeah, man.
Kinda digging me, but every time you see me, word is born, you be ignoring me. I know your name, yes I do, because your girls told me. I know where you live, you wanna bet, because your girls showed me. But I parlay and stay out of your way, figuring I won't be ignorant and catch you the next day. When I'm in focus, I notice you only move with a chosen few. Irreplaceable, what's up with insatiable you? I never figured you for the quiet type, on the down low, the low profile type. I always thought you was a
seaside
mama, stirring up crazy confusion.
Oh, shit.
What's the matter, huh? Cat got your tongue, or some Mac got you strung, or maybe I ain't the one. I wanna know, cause if I don't, it's gonna haunt me. Your word up, you got me thinking you want me.
Y'all know this song? R.I.P. Heavy D. You know this track, James?
Seaside dropping links again, huh? I gotta find out what he's doing.
trying to figure your game. What's your angle? Tell me where you're coming
I already
from.
know.
The whole picture is strange, so I'm digging the frame because I like what I see and I want some. So tell me what's your plot, what's your plan? You're looking for a brother to get got. I'm not your man, but believe in me, you wanna be with me, but you won't even talk to me to tell me what it is you're seeing me. I gotta hear it from your girls uptown. My word got around from my crew in Brooklyn and in the boogie down. Said you had a thing for me, and what would it take for a date and wait? Swing with me. I got your card, you're playing hard to get. I'm long and I'm strong, and if it's on, I keep it soft and wet. Let me know, cause if you don't, it's gonna haunt me.
How's
Your
this
word
shit
up,
go?
You got me thinking you want me.
Woo! He's up in that F-150, got you waiting.
Oh shit.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one's explosive.
Nice.
What happened, Kevin? Kev? He fall back.
Kevy Kev jumped off. I don't know what he's doing. Hopefully he jumps back on. He might have ran into some turbulence.
Yo, Seaside
he's
dropped.
back. He's back.
Seaside dropped some a good link, man. I clicked on it, checked it out.
What
I don't
is
know
it?
if you've seen it yet. It's about
I can't.
Higgins.
What is
Says
it about?
Higgins. So it says Higgins, you are so fucked.
Wow.
Let me start with Higgins. You are fucked.
Wait a minute. You got to start that off right, though, James.
All right.
Who gave us this link, and who is he giving us this link? And talk to Kevin from South Boston, because you know he's watching this evening.
How you doing, Kevin? My name is James.
He knows who you are. He likes you.
I'm a decorated dude too. So check this out. This guy who just dropped this link in this chat needs no introduction. Seaside, my man, it's good to see you. We were worried about you. You know, we had people looking in at Seaside, making sure you was good.
Well, we actually got a couple of calls for our booster buddies at the mall, and they're actually happy you haven't been around because they got mad polos in the back.
They call in every night. Oh shit!
Disclaimer.
But no, so this gentleman who dropped this link was a childhood friend of Higgins. He grew up with Higgins. He's known Higgins for years, you know, going back to Sandbox. So when I see something that Seaside drops a link, you know, sometimes it's either me crossing 3 lanes, but this time it happens to be about you, Higgins. This one's about you.
No.
It's not about me this time.
No, Kevin. Oh,
So,
man.
We started this off. Higgins, you are fucked.
Wow.
How would you know about Jen yet? How would you know about John yet? Brian Albert didn't tell you about him until 7:20 a.m. 6:30 a.m. Higgins wakes up after missing Berkey's call. You don't call him back until after speaking to Brian A. 7:20 a.m. Brian Albert calls Higgins to tell him about John O's body found on the lawn. Followed by your testimony, I arrived at the Alberts at 7 to 7:15. Then you testified that you left 34 Fairview to go to Canton PD again. Then Lank arrived back to 34 Fairview to interview Jen. You tried to dodge the question to avoid saying 9 a.m. per Lank's report stating his arrival of time, because that would mean you were either left and came back 2 times between 7 and 9, or you were never actually there at all between 8:30 and 9, you lying piece of shit.
Wow.
Now, who wrote this?
This is
It's on Facebook. What's the link?
This is on X. This is Kerry from True Crime. You know, if you guys want to give her a follow, obviously she knows her shit and she's staying on top of it.
Peace to Kerry from True Crime.
Yes.
You want to speak on that, Kev 781?
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's incriminating right there. I mean, if he's like, you know, dodging these times and, you know, lying on the stand, I mean, it'll come out. It'll come out. You know, they've been passing shit around, man. You know, and I seen something earlier this week. You know, they had months and months to come up with a story. I mean, it's you know, one bad line, one false move this time around, and stuff's gonna get exposed. You know,
and that's the name of this you know, this video. Everybody calm down, calm the fuck down, and enjoy the flight, because at the end of the day, you know, I feel like today on Bev kind of set the tone with shutting down the phone records between Yannetti and Karen. She shut him down. You know, it was like, I feel like that was the last straw, right? Like, it was kind of like, all right, everybody calm the F down. This ain't happening. Now, as far as the third party culprit goes, I mean, Yannetti, he spoke on it. He didn't want to get too deep with it because he didn't want, you know, he didn't want to show all his cards, but he did mention the Waterfall. You know what I mean? And I got word between us three and everybody in the chat, all my long gamers. And with that being said, if you're a long gamer and you're going to be with this J.F.K. fuckery donut shop with my man James Jackson, Kevy Kev, J.F.K., Karen Reed, for how long it takes, if you're a long gamer and you're going to be here with us, you don't care what the other channels are doing, you're going to be here with us. Throw your ones up. We want to see them ones.
Put them ones in the chat.
Them are all long gamers.
Yes.
So I got word, James, that 100% the Waterfall video is in. And I heard it's the cleaned up version.
Oh, nice.
That's what I heard.
So it's not the fisheye lens that everybody's been...
To roll me up a disclaimer. This is what your man J.F.K. heard. I don't know if it's 100%, but I heard it's the good one. It's the one we need. It's the one showing the reaction. Because like I said, at the end of the day, if you're looking at it like, come on, like because even Yannetti said, oh, he waved him to come in. Now, he didn't say, well, you know, Chris A., the pizza man, manhandled the ATF agent. I would have liked him to say that, but he doesn't need to say that. Not at this point. He's saving that. He's going to say that's in the trial, you know? And then the reaction of John is laughing left to right, you know, like, can you believe this fucking guy? And then if it was him going with Higgins and he was just going to leave with Kevin from South Boston, or he was going to go with him, he wouldn't have told Kevin from South Boston to come here. He wouldn't have said, hey, come here. Because if he was just going to go over the 34 Fairview, why is he telling Kevin from South Boston to come here? Well, what's that all about? If he's telling him, bye, you coming? Come on. You coming? Why is he saying, come in? So, I mean, the video, it is what it is. I mean,
it speaks for itself. You know what I noticed too? Yeah, it's like, Jay, every time I edit this video or do something with this video, because we stay at the Waterfall so much, you notice after I think it's right after the heel toe, he gives a kind of pivot, like an about face on his heel, like a spin, and then he looks over like to this dude, Maddie, you know, on the backup, and then he was ready, man. John O was not afraid of Higgins one bit.
Hell no.
And you said it too, James, right? People don't hit the they don't hit the heel toe, let's go. They don't hit the heel toe for nothing.
For nothing.
Nobody hits that heel toe for nothing.
No.
Unless they're having a full-blown fucking anxiety attack.
Right.
Start running away from the demons and shit.
That heel toe was like a fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was his flex back after the grab assing and shit. He's like, okay, you guys want to grab each other's ass? Watch this heel toe. You're both gonna get it. And then, you know, unfortunately, it turned into a sad situation. R.I.P. John O'Keefe.
R.I.P. John O'Keefe. And we said this before, and I'll throw it off you guys again. You take Higgins out the picture. He doesn't show up he doesn't show up to the Waterfall. Karen walks in. John walks in. They get the invitation to go over there. They go over to 34 Fairview. and Higgins is not there. He wasn't at the bar, and he wasn't at the Waterfall. And he wasn't at 34 Fairview. And he walks in that house. Colin's there. Brian A's there. Let's just say everybody's there. Do you think he gets his ass whooped, James?
No, I don't.
What about you, Kevin?
I mean, I think to be honest with you, I would think that John really would have no really reason to go there. You know what I'm saying? If think about it. I mean, if Higgins wasn't there, no, he probably wouldn't have got beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was going to just touch on that. Let's take it back even 20 minutes prior. He probably, like you just said, Kevin, that's a great point. He probably wouldn't have went there if he wasn't just called on and, some shit was just about to pop off at the Waterfall. There it is.
And that's a good question to ask Karen. What do you usually do after you guys leave bars, Karen?
What do you
guys usually go and do? And I hate to throw up the disclaimer with that because that's none of my business.
Right.
But I mean, usually you're with your girl all night, you're hanging out, you're drunk.
Can't wait to get home. Yeah.
You got to end it with something, right? I mean,
yeah. Oh,
you ain't hitting the heel toe. You might be hitting a little
disclaimer. Oh shit.
Yeah, and they had a rough week, man. That whole week before, so yeah, there was a little makeup fooling around gonna happen on that.
Makeup, makeup to breakup, breakup to makeup, whatever. Yeah.
So I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, personally, I was stumbling a little bit because, something was brought up today when I was listening to Yannetti talk, and, he's an abusive drinker. I mean, Brian Albert, he's got some history of he goes out, he gets a little too much in him, and now he's got liquid balls. You know what I'm saying? He wants to push people around and flex his chest and shit, which it seems to have gotten him in trouble plenty of times beforehand. I mean, there's and then he's got his if Colin Albert was there too, I mean that's that's another recipe for disaster because they passed some words. He's in my eyes, he's a punk little motherfucker. I mean, he's he thinks he walks around like a peacock, man, like his shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying? And I think that something would have sparked off there.
Perfect point, my brother. Long game has hit the heel toe. Thank you, Becky G. Appreciate you. Becky G coming through with the $10. Hot. Remember, man, more turbulence in the chat keeps the plane rocking. Yes, Kevin. Yeah, so Kev 781 said, hey, what would he even go there for? I said the same thing last live as far as saying to add to that, like the energy, you take Higgins out the situation, you take all that energy away. You take the pizza grab, you take him asking her questions. Hey, why were you all flirtatious with this dude at the Patriots game? You take all that energy away. If he did go to 34 Fairview, let's just say he did go there, that energy's gone. Yeah. We all know the energy that he had going there was, I'm going there to confront this dude. And that's why it was on site. It had to be. Someone had to happen that fast. Had to be on site. So, I mean, based on Higgins, hey, I appreciate what you and James do, right? He's a slick talker. It seems to me, you, Kevin, from South Boston, you had to defend yourself or whatever. I mean, let's just say he came running right at you, Kevin. You had to do what you had to do. Whatever, man. It is what it is. I don't think it was a murder. Now, so let me slow down real quick.
Premeditated murder.
100% it wasn't a murder. It was a fight that ended up to a murder. But what I'm saying is that John might have just been like, I'm just confronting you, and that's it. You already made the first move. You already threw your hands up. You try to embarrass me in front of my girl. You poked your chest out. What's up, dude? Bam. I don't see Kevin from South Boston, but then you got Brian A. Now, Brian A, on the other hand, I see a guy, why are you getting loud in my house?
Yes.
And then he's
Jay,
got his nephew right there. That's all right. Then he's got his nephew right there. And his nephew, it's the game. I gotta please my uncle. And if the kid and he was drinking, and on top of that, it looks like he's been hitting the weight room, wants to punch the bag. This is his time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I like we say, like what do we do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been to plenty of after parties, you know what I'm saying? And like, you think about it, the fuck are they staring out the window for? Like, what are they waiting on? They waiting for, they're waiting for some green to come around. They waiting for a white girl to show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all staring out the window, sweating this dude getting there.
Why is that?
We
it
know
was
why.
the main attraction. That was the main attraction.
Maybe they, maybe pizza was code word. Yo, let's go get a slice of pizza. Yeah, they were looking for, some after party shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But 90% of the time, there's things that you can't do in the bar that you can do behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Indeed. I mean, they're all cops. You know what I'm saying? When you don't want to throw some of that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? If they got some bad habits themselves, you know what I'm saying? They're going to go to a place. They're going to get downstairs in the basement. They're going to be, they're going to be herbs down there doing whatever they're doing.
Yep. I agree, my brother.
They
were definitely waiting for him to get there. It was a game at that point. Like, she's messing with Higgins behind his back. We just had this long ride from New York back. You know what I mean? And then Brian A's like, why don't you do something? The liquor's flowing.
Right. And it's back to, like you said, Jay, it's not just what they felt, it's what John, how he felt.
Exactly.
From the jump, from the very beginning of when he walked in the Waterfall and came behind Higgins and gave him that hug, like, oh, I know what you did, you motherfucker. And that's what type of hug I saw. I mean, been in situations where guys, high school, college parties, that's just the behavior. Even after that, man, I shouldn't even say high school, college. Even after that, even going out, that could happen now.
Oh, you're right, bro.
It's crazy.
But I want to pull something up real quick. Check this out real quick. James, if you can read it, man, read it, because I really can't see this. I don't know. Maybe it'll pop up quicker. Let me pop up bigger. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Can you see that? That's way too small, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of small. I mean, if I squint, I can see it. I just don't want to look weird. Squint. I got glasses on, so you can't see. I could do it.
Small.
Yeah.
It's too small. Anyway, that's a police report. The initial police report of let me see.
Oh wait, I think I know.
It's the initial police. Yeah, I'm gonna send you it, and you can read it.
Is it the pub? Is it
No, it's a police report from when he pulled up. I'm gonna send it to you.
Personally too, man. I think John O'Keefe felt disrespected, man. With the shit happening in his house and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he felt double disrespect.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's over there.
Double disrespected.
He invites a dude over to watch a game. He's being, he's doing a friendly. And
he knew what that was about right when it happened. He knew right when he walked in there. He knew. He knew that was the first time he's seen Higgins since then. You know what I mean? Because that shit went down January 8th or 13th or something like that, or the 12th. So it went down on the 12th. So this is the first time he ran into Higgins since then. And then you got to understand, he already brought it up to Karen, like, why are you acting funny with this guy, right? When he was in the house. So keep in mind, keep in mind, whatever happened in between that time, he could pick up the vibes from Karen that, you know, maybe she's talking to somebody else.
Something's
And
wrong.
Something's up.
Something's
And
off.
Karen might have been showing that energy. Like, hi, you ain't the only one, fool.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's no disrespect. I mean, that's just how it goes in relationships sometimes. You know, it's like, oh,
Exactly.
two can play at that game, you know.
So now he's a police officer. He walks in there. He sees Chris. He's like, this fucking dude, right? Oh, here's his brother. Here's Higgins is here too. Oh, everybody's here, huh? The joke's on me. Oh,
Right.
watch. I'll defuse the whole. I'll fuck everybody up. What up, Higgins? What's up, buddy? How you doing? Hey, what's up, guys? Everybody's cool, huh? You guys all know my fucking business, huh? How you guys all doing?
You guys think this shit?
Think it's a fucking joke, huh? It's a big joke. The joke's on me. The joke's on all you guys because she's with me. Because I told her right before we pulled up there, don't say a fucking word to anybody, right? I mean, is that what happened? We don't know. Like I said, these are the things that we don't know that Karen doesn't speak on. And the only reason why I think she don't speak on it, because honestly, I don't think she remembers. And I think she put herself in a pickle by saying, and at the time, in that space and time, be clear, I don't think she remembers in that space and time. But as time went on, I think when Scanlon came out and said, hey, this might have happened, then maybe little pieces start coming back. Like, wait a minute. Now that you say that, I did see him walk in the house. I see him go up the driveway. I know he did, but shit, I was twisted. But you know what I mean? You can't say that. And that's why everybody's flipping and saying she's twisting her story around. Nah, the fact of the matter is, I just think she don't remember. And I think when Scanlon brought that out, it's not hard to put together, right? Well, damn, of course he got beat up. If Higgins was in the house and Brian A's in the house, I was talking to Higgins, right? You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense now.
Yeah, and you know too, man, like even on, you know, Kevin from South Boston on his end of it, you know, I mean, if this dude's, you know, talking about her, oh man, what should I do? I mean, if you're saying this shit amongst like, you know, say for a whole car ride home, like there's bound to be one dude in that car that's gonna be like, bro, I mean, if it's bothering that much, man, why don't you do something about it? Indeed. You know what I'm saying? And then now you're on the spot, like, you know, oh shit, I'm at the bar. There he is. Brian, well, what makes Brian Albert not say, yo, bro, there he is, bro? If you got,
you've seen him whispering the whole night. To him. When they play that video, the whole night they're whispering to each other. That whole video. If you guys go back and watch all the Waterfall video, they're constantly whispering to each other.
Yeah,
they're constantly
like in each other's ears, and
you
then J.F.K running back and forth.
When Chris Albert grabs Higgins, all right.
No, when he manhandles.
You could see
when he manhandles.
You could see him look.
Kevin from South Boston, he manhandled you.
Manhandled the shit out of you.
Yeah, and you could see him look at his brother Brian, and he's like, "What the fuck, man?" You know what I mean? I've watched that video, man. As soon as he grabs Kevin from South Boston's arm, he fucking says, right? Yeah, Chris Albert says to his brother, like, "Man, what the fuck, dude? Like, you're gonna let this shit go down, like right here? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's take it out back."
He should have probably pulled him. The conversation, based on looking at it, it probably was like, damn, he had all night to say something, and he chose to wait when we're walking out the door. So the whole night, he was acting like a pussy. And then as he leaves, as he's leaving, he's being a tough guy. Like, come on, bro. I thought that was your man. I thought he wanted to say. Should have just said it from the jump when he walked in. Said, hey, let me talk to you, and took him out front. And said, hey, listen, man, you know, I just want to let you know, I want to get something off my chest. I've been talking to your girl behind your back. I like you as a friend. You know, I don't know, you know, if you want to shoot the fade or whatever because of it, I understand. But, you know, that's probably the shit that Kevin from South Boston was selling to Brian A. I just want to talk to him, and if he wants to shoot the fade, I'll give it to him, you know, but it's not really my fault. She approached me. I think he should know. And think about it. These dudes are lames, man. This is entertainment. Yeah, let's do it. You know,
that's what I was just gonna say. No, that's what I was just gonna say real fast. When they were leaving, it almost too looked like Kevin from South Boston was shook, and that's why he got manhandled. Like, yo, where you going? You ain't leaving before you say. You need to say something to him. You talked all that shit.
Yeah.
It could be that way too.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of
Could be that too. It could be
bounces.
that way too.
Yep. Only one that knows is Kevin from South Boston and Chris.
I mean, Chris manhandled you, man. So, I mean, at that point, it could have been anyway because you let another man manhandle you without saying, who the fuck you grabbing like that, man?
Right.
You should have smacked him.
Should have been like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, you should have. You said nothing. Whatever it was, you knew
went
he
with
was
it.
in the. You went with it because you was selling them something.
Yep.
And you felt like it was okay for him doing that.
Right, like he was in the right or something.
Exactly. Amy Smith, what do you guys think about Proctor? You think he will end up talking? I mean, he's already done. Think after the trial, these guys are going to fall like. I think after the trial, these guys are going to fall like dominoes. And it's funny that you say that. Thank you, Amy, for the $50. That's so great. It's funny that you say that because our boy Seaside told us that's who he thinks is gonna break first.
Proctor.
It's Proctor.
I mean, you saw his wife on the news crying. Please, he only said those things because a fallen brother. It was a fallen brother, you know. Well, if it was a fallen brother, why didn't he wrap that whole shit up the house with caution tape? Go inside. You sit there. You go in that room. You go upstairs, and don't anybody move, and do the right fucking thing.
And keep in mind, the CERT team showed up at 5 o'clock that night. They didn't find the first piece of tail light until 5:46, right after Proctor arrived on the scene.
Right.
So it took him 45. Wait a minute, it took him 45 minutes to find tail light.
That shit would have been right on top.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, right, I understand they plowed and everything, but I mean, come on. They had a whole fucking team out there with shovels. You would have been stepping on it, hearing it. You're talking about 42 pieces of tail light. And then let's not forget, a week later, Proctor drove down the street. Oh, I found a piece of tail light. A week later. Oh, let's not forget, Berkey drove down the street and found that big-ass piece of tail light like a week later. And we've seen Hammer Time, right? We've seen Hammer Time, my boy, right?
Yep.
He in trouble.
Hammer time. Stop. Hammer time. Hammer time. Stop. Hammer time.
We seen Be in Trouble, aka Hammer Time. We seen him bash the shit out that light. We did not see 42 pieces of tail light crack, but we did see a big piece break off. Kind of like the one that Berkey found a week later or something like that. I was just driving down the street and I noticed a piece of tail light.
Yeah. So this police report was the official. Yeah, this is the one you sent me. I got. You want me to read it?
Yeah, read the police report.
Okay, so it starts off on Wednesday, January 29, 2022. I, Officer Mullany, was assigned to patrol the East Sector for the 11:45 p.m. to 7:45 a.m. patrol shift. At approximately 6:05, Officer Sarif, is that how you say it? Officer Sarif and I were dispatched to 34 Fairview Road, a report of an unresponsive party. Upon my arrival, Canton PD was arriving on the scene. Officer Sarif had already been on the scene. When I exited my cruiser, I observed the female party attempting CPR on the victim in the snow. As I approached the victim, Canton FD, which is fire department, began CPR. I then assisted Canton FD with lifting the victim onto a stretcher. The victim was then taken by stretcher to the ambulance. At this time, Officer Sarif asked me to assist in getting witness information. I spoke with McCabe, Jennifer. I asked McCabe, who was the victim? Sorry, it's got a text. Who was the victim? And she identified the victim as John O'Keefe, not Officer John O'Keefe, John O'Keefe. McCabe then explained to me that a group of people had gone to the Waterfall Grill and Bar in Canton Center earlier in that night. Jennifer stated that she and her husband left the bar at approximately 12 a.m. and went to her brother-in-law's house at 34 Fairview Road. McCabe then told me that O'Keefe and his girlfriend, Reed, Karen, were invited to 34 Fairview Road but never arrived. I asked McCabe if she possibly knew how long the victim had been where he was, and she told me, yeah, 1 second. And she told me, hold on, that shit fucked me up, bro.
Disclaimer.
All right, so let me start off. Karen Reed invited 34 Fairview Road but never arrived. I asked McCabe if she possibly knew how long the victim had been where he was found, and she told me he was dropped off by Reed sometime between 12 and 1 a.m. McCabe then told me that she was called by Reed by approximately 5 a.m., wondering if she knew where John was. At this time, Sergeant Goody arrived on the scene, and the victim was transported to Good Samaritan shortly after. While talking to McCabe, Reed was hysterical and distraught and repeatedly screamed, "Is he dead? And that's my boyfriend." Sergeant Goody then advised Roberts Kerry to take Reed home. After Reed and Roberts left Canton Control, advised officers that Reed was making suicidal statements to her father. Roberts then brought Reed back to the scene where Sergeant, I'm sorry, man, that's sad, bro. This is bad. She was making suicidal statements to her father. Sergeant Goody asked me to fill out Section 12 paperwork, and she was transported to Good Samaritan Hospital, so she got sectioned. I stayed on the scene and Assistant Sergeant Goody, Detective Sergeant Lank, and Lieutenant Gallagher. So that's the police report. What a report, huh? My police report for going to my son's game looks worse than that.
Well, that's the guy, the redheaded cat, the cop, who was right there, first one on the scene, well, the second one, whatever. One of the first on the scene. He didn't say nothing in the police report. She was screaming, "I hit him. I did it." She said, "That's my boyfriend. Is he dead?"
That's it.
There's nothing in that police report that says, "I hit him. I hit him. I did it. It's all my fault."
Right.
There's none of that. There's none of it.
And he's the first.
He was right there.
Right there.
In the midst of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure if she would have said, I hit him, it's my fault, she would have been in the back of the cruise. I'm sure he would have wrote that in. Right. So, even all the
body cam footage and all the, the onboard car footage they have, you don't hear her saying that shit.
I think that, she might have said it. She might have said, "Do you think I hit him or I did it?" Or if everybody's telling her, you got to understand. Yeah, could I have hit him? I mean, she could have said something like that,
Especially if you got them in her head.
The process of elimination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're trying to figure out what happened. But It's back to what I said. She doesn't remember. And I think that it's such a mind game where it's like she doesn't remember, but yet she feels that she has to remember going there and dropping him off because she knows she didn't hit him. I think it's too late to speculate, and it's too late to say what she could have, would have, should have said. She said what she said, but what she should have just ran with was, "I don't remember," period. But I feel like she feels to say that I didn't hit him. I know I didn't hit him because she knows in her heart she wouldn't hurt him.
Right. I mean, that police report clearly states she knows in her heart
that she wouldn't hurt him.
That she wouldn't hurt him because she was so upset. She was so upset that she wanted to hurt herself.
Bingo.
There it is.
I mean, hold on a minute. What are we doing? Say it again, man.
She would not want to hurt John O'Keefe. She was so upset in the situation that she wanted to hurt herself, man.
Oh man, James with the thing. I think that's some straight anxiety.
Turbulence in the chat.
Kids the plane rockin'.
He said that I stood up here just a second ago and attacked witnesses and bashed witnesses and made fraudulent statements. Was he listening?
Anxiety.
You're now rocking with JFK.
James Jackson.
Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. All my ladies right now, put your peace signs up. All my ladies, ladies only. Let's go. Jen.
Open up the door. I know you said before you can't cope with anymore. You told me it was war. Said you'd show me what's in store. I hope it's not for sure. Can you open up the door?
Feels so good, right, James?
Feels so good, my brother. Cheers.
Cheers. Currently flying at 16,000 feet. About to take it up to 39,000. Woo! Break it down. Yes.
Did Brian Albert come out of the house?
No.
Did Nicole Albert come out of the house?
No.
Damn, Jen. Let's go. You know how we do it. I need all my ladies, all my fellas, man. About to take you guys on a ride. Everybody needs to calm the fuck down. This summer, Karen Reed is going to be found not guilty. Let's go.
Cats meow. I see you.
I'm down for the ride, baby. Don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. 'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright, baby. I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride, baby. Don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Thank you, Scotty.
You know I'm down for whatever tonight. I don't need to find the things in life. No matter where I go, it's a good time. Yeah. And I don't need to sit in VIP. Middle of the floor, that's where I'll be. Don't got a lot, but that's enough for me. Yeah. 'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright, baby. I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride, baby. Don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. Don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. So I just let it go, let it go. Oh na 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 na, no I don't care no more, care no more. Oh na 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 na, so come on, let me know, let me know. Put your hands up, na na na, no baby.
Free Karen Reed. Let's go.
'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright, baby. I'ma have the best fucking night of my life. And wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride, baby. Don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat.
Keeps the brain rocking. Yeah.
This is your chat. This is your chat, people. Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat.
Yes. James, I love what you said, man. I love what you said.
Yeah, it just came right to, as I was reading it and seeing the words in the report and just seeing that, man, it's like, that was real. That was right on time. Real feelings. He's writing down what he saw right at that time. And that's how she felt, man. How she wanted to hurt.
And that's what life is. Life is moments.
Exactly.
We can't just act like he was in that space and time, right in that moment. So to even downplay it to anything else, to say, oh, well, he fumbled this or he didn't hear it and everybody else heard it. Listen, she was doing process of elimination.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't realize what was going on. But she had this feeling inside. Everything was messed up. She knew something was off. And that's how this shit goes, man. That's how liquor goes if you mix it with things. And I'm not saying she mixed it with anything. Disclaimer. But I'm just saying.
Even just liquor, man. If it can do that.
I mean, you're in it. You're in it.
Yeah.
You're in the game. You're in it. And you're starting to put it together like, wow, like shit. Higgins was in the bar and, J.F.K was acting shady and, maybe this. And she doesn't want to think like that.
No.
She was she was in shock, man. Like
she was
I believe she knew something was wrong when he didn't come home, knowing that he's got other responsibilities at home too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this, man. He was I think he was really a meticulous guy. You know what I'm saying? He was that type of dude that would have, even though he got home and he might have been a little buzzed, I think he was that one that, oh man, I got to make sure I got gas for the snow blower. Make sure the doors are shut tight. You know what I'm saying? Kick your shoes off. You know what I mean? He was that type of person. I mean, the
storm was coming. That's another thing. The storm was coming. The storm wasn't there. And all these non-believers out there, the clowns, want to act like the blizzard was right then and there at 12 o'clock, 12:10, 12:30, 1 o'clock. There was no blizzard. Was it snowing? Yeah, a little bit, but it was no blizzard. The blizzard didn't happen till later on 129, like around 10 a.m. when it really started picking up. Now, was there snow from that time to that time? Yes, but it wasn't a blizzard. And let me just say this. When you're trying to piece this thing together and you're sitting back in that moment in time, like you said, this guy, he wants to make sure he got all the what if he said, listen, we got to get gas with a snowblower? Make sure this is shut. He wants everything right. It's his way or the highway. What do you mean? We'll do it. Right? Just like he said, with him and his dad will come through and fix the plumbing. We'll do it. We'll take care of it. Don't call nobody. We'll come through. We'll handle it. That's how we roll. This type of dude he is. Now, if she's starting to put all this together, she's sitting back trying to figure all these things out. Isn't it easier to think in your head, like, damn, maybe I just was drunk and he tapped on my car, and when I pulled off, because I was a little pissed off, I mean, he was saying, I was a little upset because I didn't want to go there because I know Higgins was going to be in there, and I just didn't like the energy. And isn't it easier to say maybe I tapped him and he fell down and he died in the snow? Isn't it easier to say that? Doesn't it? Wouldn't you think as a civilian it's easier to say that, or to know the other side, that elephant? God damn, I was talking to Higgins. He's an ATF agent, and he's with that dude, Big Bad Brian A. And that dude's a fucking mean-looking guy. And damn, what if they beat the shit out of him? And oh shit, what if this went down because of me?
Yeah.
Isn't it easier just to say I might have clipped him and he fell and I didn't mean to, than to open up that can of worms of, I think you're hot, I went to your house, me and John's not married, I never wanted the picket fence.
Right.
Well, to open up that, isn't it easier to roll with maybe I just clipped him? Like, you got to think about the process of elimination at that point.
It's a good point, Jay. I mean, what if I just quit? What if this was an accident? I mean, if that was the case, she's not thinking like a criminal, because a criminal would have thought that this is the easiest way out right here. I'll do this, take the time, get out in 7 years or whatever, and be done. That's how
it. Exactly. If she was a criminal, James, say that shit again.
The criminal mind would think.
Calm the fuck down, James. You're gonna get us arrested. I gotta hit him with some more.
Oh shit!
James, you're wild out, man. 7 summers. You gotta. God damn, James. It's a criminal mind.
Criminal mind.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you used to talk about getting even further south, somewhere where the summer lasted all year round. Probably got a big old diamond on your hand right now, maybe a baby or a couple by now. Long driveway to a big white house. But I wonder when you're drinking if you find yourself thinking about that boy from East Tennessee. And I know we both knew better, but we still said forever. And that was 7 summers ago in Southern Comfort. Were we dumb or just younger? Who knows? Back then you used to love the river and sipping on a sixer with me. Does it ever make you sad to know that was 7 summers ago?
What do you do?
Yeah, I bet your daddy's so proud of how his little girl turned out. Thinks she dies a bullet of a good old boy like me. Cause I still go drinking, same friends on Friday. Bought a few acres, couple roads off the highway. Guess you never saw things my way anyway. Woo! But I wonder when you're drinking if you find yourself thinking about that boy from East Tennessee. And I know we both knew better, but we still said forever. And that was 7 summers ago in Southern Comfort. Were we dumb or just younger? Who knows? Back then you used to love the river and sipping on a sixer with me. Does it ever make you sad to know that was 7 summers ago? 7 summers ago.
Could have done 7 years.
Talk to him, James. So, what would have been the easy way out? Because you almost set us up for 7.
Yeah, for 7 summers.
God damn.
The easiest way out, if you were really gonna think like a criminal, you could just.
Oh, shit, man.
I'm just saying, the easiest way out would have been 7 years. You know, I've seen people with 7 years. You could have easily got this down to it could have been an accident, you know, and Yannetti could have used his poetic, his his way of going up there and being poetic and get this down to a bid where she gets in the county, maybe gets 2 and on and after. That means she gets 2.5, and then 2.5 after she's finished with that, and then maybe another 2.5 after that. But if a criminal was going to think like that, that's how a criminal would think.
And she's thinking about beating a murder case, right? Like think about it. She got herself in way more trouble for fighting the case.
Right.
When if she really was trying to kill him and she really hated him, why not take the less time and just be over and done with it? Because regardless, even if she walks from this, she's still going to be looked at as the guy that could be, dare I say, responsible for his death. So, I mean, she's not winning in this, the public perception. I mean, all of us, I'm talking about disclaimer. The long game is we all know she's not guilty. We all know she didn't do it, but we're talking about the other side. There's a whole other side of people. I seen the ID channel's Facebook, and on the bottom of it, all the comments, there's just random people. There's a lot of racist people, man, in the South, man, in middle America. They're just very vile people. They don't want to believe the police did any wrong. They're just like, she did it, she did it, she did it. She drank, she got drunk, she's a narcissist. Who does she think she is? I mean, that's how it is. It's split up. Now, of course, all of us know she didn't do it. But at the end of the day, why wouldn't she just make this go away quietly if her ultimate goal was just to kill John? And she went away. If she only got 5 years, she won, right?
Right. And it's like you said, I mean, she's in the public eye right now. We know someone who, Jay, I think you know this story. She's a good friend of ours. Well, I grew up with him. I don't want to say because if anyone knows. But anyway, point being, the woman hit a family. She was coming home from work. She stopped in a...
terrible, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And now
she killed a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and the mother, right?
And let me tell you something. This girl growing up was one of the most popular girls in high school. She's still, I mean, it was an accident, right? But she's doing the 7 years or whatever she's doing. 7
That's
to 10.
all she got was a 7-piece.
7 to 10 years, right? She's doing that. But you guys don't know who she is. You don't know her name because it's not on the news.
And that's another thing, too. Karen is the one who got it on the news. The news didn't even want to cover this case.
Right.
She's the one that went to Turtle Boy. Why would you want to go to Turtle Boy? If anybody knows anything about Turtle Boy, the last person you want to go with is Turtle Boy because, let's keep it real, she was gambling at that point. What if Turtle Boy thought she did it?
Right.
He could have went the other way with it.
Yeah.
Turtle Boy would have been writing blogs. This chick is out of her fucking mind. Fuck her. Right? I'm just saying.
Yo.
She gambled. Disclaimer. I'm just saying. You're going to Turtle Boy. Yeah. Everybody knows how Turtle Boy gets down. I'm just saying. That's not a diss. Yeah. I'm saying.
No.
What if he didn't believe her? So she's the one that went to the news. So why is everybody acting like the fact that they're saying it's a PR campaign, like she's paying all of us? No, just took it. She ain't paying none of us. Like the way they flip it, these other online people, but yet Plevelin, you got a book coming out. Right. You're not a grifter, but you got a book. You've been going live for the past 5 days straight. I've been seeing every day he's live. I got a book.
He got a yellow Cottage Tales.
He got a new light and shit.
A new light and shit. He ordered that on Amazon. Plevelin, calm the fuck down.
You need a... Listen, Debbie J. Hey guys, while Yannetti did a great job today, I wanted to mention the video showing heel toe with John, aggression of BH and Chris Albert. Disclaimer. Thank you, Debbie J. Always appreciate the love. I hope all is well with you. He did mention it, and this is emotion, and he just was going over things, and he wasn't trying to. I don't think he was trying to spill all his beans to Hank Brennan because he knows Hank Brennan's a snake. He just mentioned it. He knows it's going to get in. I think you got to understand. Yannetti was a DA before, so wasn't Alan Jackson. Now Hank Brennan was a DA, but turned to a defense attorney. Now he's back being a special prosecutor who actually thinks he's a defense attorney again. He's caught between two worlds. You know what I mean? I don't know how you identify that guy. But
he's got Uncle Vinny wilding the fuck out.
You got Vinny wilding out. He's got all these lawyers saying, why is this dude acting up? He's making a fool out of all of us, right? It's not good for business, period. It's not good. Play your role. You're the DA. Just go for the truth. Don't try to beat me, man. Just lay out the truth. If you lose, you lose. Who cares? You're getting 200 racks. Just calm the fuck down, bro. Right? It ain't doing nothing for your practice. Your practice is in the toilet, period. That's why you're doing it. But the point is, Debbie, I think Yannetti, by the last couple of hearings, he basically looked at Canoni in her eyes and was like, listen, I'm not even going to talk to you anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I could be a judge. I mean, Yannetti could be a judge someday. Yeah. I mean, I could see him.
Judge.
He'd be a great judge. Perfect judge. So I think that Canoni really respects Yannetti because he's been down that same road as her, versus Alan Jackson, even though in LA, Alan Jackson did amazing things out there, and that's a whole different world in the West Coast. But she can relate to Yannetti. And I think that she kind of realized that she was probably letting too much shit go on Hank Brennan's side. And like today, she just let Yannetti go. She didn't interrupt him once. She just let him go. And I think at the end of the day, she's going to let the third party culprit in, and he didn't have to go over every single thing. But come trial, it's on. To answer your question, Debbie.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
You know, I was
I
thinking,
definitely
man,
see that happening.
because Bev's been so biased through this whole shit. So I'm thinking, what's her play here? Why why would she just, you know, I kind of, not to say nice, but she let that shit go, and I'm glad she did. You know, Karen had a great day in court today, and then I thought, well, maybe because they let Turtle Boy's phone in, you know, they think, well, they got that, so it's just keeping score. It's like back and forth with
You know,
these motions, and that's all it is, man. And
That's
then
a good
trial
point.
that
comes.
you know they got
Didi,
they got
thank you
that.
for the early live. Thank you, Didi. Sorry about that, real quick. I just want to take this. Waterfall videos becoming more permanent. What is it? Permanent or pertinent? What she say? What's that word? PERTINET? Pertinent?
Pretend.
I,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, disclaimer. Thank you. You got to know. Pertinent. I think that's how you say it.
Oh,
Pertinent.
Jay, I just saw someone say something about a shoe. We had a great point. We wrote it down the other night. We was on the phone. Remember that?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kevy. I cut you off. Go ahead. Pull out your notes.
Today they had that their lawyer they got there, Alessi, too. I mean, he's something else,
great.
man.
Yeah, he's great.
You know, I swear to God, man, I look at that dude. I say to myself, if he could run into a fucking phone booth, the dude would come out like Superman and shit. You know?
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. Yeah. He kicks
Unless
ass
he's a
today.
blessing,
I mean,
man.
he gets into it, man. You know, he uses that language, man, and he he gets loud. You know what I mean? And I think that's that's something else they needed. You know what I mean? She was Judge Bev, man. She was getting frustrated with Jackson, and you could just see the way she treated him that whole first trial. I mean, it was sad. I mean,
Debbie J, Kevin from South Boston, you need a high. We coming for you. Disclaimer. And I'm gonna take us, man, because we getting high, and we're gonna take it to Memphis. You know, we took it to East Tennessee. Why not take it to Memphis, Tennessee? Let's go. Woo!
For the first time, it's going down history. New 3-6 Mafia.
You in the chat right now? Let's go. Woo! How's this shit go?
Till I die, I gotta stay. Till I die, I gotta stay. Till I die, I gotta stay. Till I die. Hey, call me the juice and you know I'm a stunt. Riding in the car with some bump in the trunk. Tone in my lap and you know it's a pump. Break it down the good green roll in the blunt. Get up here tight, girl, say I'm the main. Ice on the wrist with the ice in the chain. Ride through the hood, yeah, I'm dripping the grain. And I'm sipping the same while I'm changing the lane. I feel tight cause I'm choking the green. Bitch, you messed up cause I'm drinking the lean. Messing with a D-boy, riding them big toys, making man gal wanna get on my team. She gotta give it up when she get in my car. I ain't Denzel, but I know I'm a star. Cause when I'm in the club, I be back in the bar. In the VIP bar, and be buying the bar. Buying the bar. Paul is a dog, one you do not trust. You leave your green around me, nigga, your green gon' get lit up. You leave your drink around me, but leave your drink gon' get drunk up. You leave your girl around me, if she bad, she gonna get stuck. These niggas are spies, we let them lie. Keep them lies tied, ride, what they like. Make a couple of nuns, a couple of dimes on purple, and swallow it down with the purple. It's going I gotta stay. Till I die, I gotta stay. Till I die.
Woo! Yes. Currently flying at 39,000. We reach our altitude. You guys can put the trays up, walk around the cabin, whatever you like to do. Hit your nips, hit the vape. And if you're in the Sky Miles Club, you need to calm the fuck down.
It's gonna be all right. Yes, that thing. It was just briefly. We were talking about the shoe. One of John O'Keefe's shoes was filthy, and the other one was wiped clean, like they bought it at. They just bought it. One of them was brand new. The other one looked like, it ran through the mud. They need to put both of them together.
Well, did they ever check the shoe for DNA, for dog DNA? If the shoe fell off, right, during a fight, what's the first thing the dog's going to do?
Grab that shoe.
He's going to grab the shoe. So did they wash the shoe and then stick it in the snow?
Mm.
You know what I mean? That shoe looked pretty clean to me. It looked like they washed it real quick and then just stuck it in the snow. That's what it looked like to me. Listen, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, man.
No.
When it comes down to it. Like, I'm just saying, if the shoe comes off and there's a dog there, I know a dog. Listen, if a shoe comes off and you got a 2-year-old there, he's going to grab a shoe.
Yeah.
Never mind a fucking coyote.
Yep. A coyote. That's what those dogs look like. Yes. One was in the house, one was outside. It's just sloppy police work at the end of the day, my man. That's what it comes down to.
Did I just see a super chat?
The cat's meow. What's up, girl?
We got a whole conversation going on.
We're here.
Where's that conversation coming from? Oh, I can hear it. I'm just letting you know. I met some of the best, kindest, and selfless people while standing up for Karen and true justice for John. You two really shined a light on the video, and I hope it's a game changer for trial 2. Let's fucking go. Blessings. Cats meow. Thank you so much for the words. That's very nice of you. Appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, Cats meow. But yeah, think about it. I'm not really big on the conspiracy theory as far as saying, oh, there was a different shoe. They got a different shoe. They went down to Walmart and the shoe had black on it. Nah, I'm with the conspiracy as far as the shoe came off and the dog bit it and they knew there was DNA on that shoe and they washed the shit out of it.
Or someone else's blood, maybe.
Didn't they?
Or someone else's blood.
Didn't they find on his sweatshirt or something? Didn't they find pig DNA?
Yeah. And here's another thing for you.
That's a clear factor with any kind of dog treat, pig's ear, rawhide, all them chew treats that a dog gets. That's that's a pig's ear. You know what I mean? A big dog like that. I mean,
so let me ask you guys this. You guys watched everybody in the chat. Have you guys watched the new microdots video?
The drop off.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I seen some of it. Most of it.
Pretty crazy, pretty realistic,
It's realistic, man, but I like it. I really like it. I think it's dope. I love what he did. I love the graphics. But one thing I don't agree with is this crazy conspiracy though in it. Because if this was going to be the only thing you was going to watch, right? Like I said, I love it. But there's just one part right here. I'm going to play it. I want you guys as
It's definitely dope. No, it's dope. We're saying his work is incredible. The way he gets his work in. But I know what I was going to say. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I'm just saying it's a lot to take in for somebody who's new to the case. That's all I'm thinking it is.
He's a friend of John O'Keefe's as well.
Oh, Microdots was?
Microdots, yeah. I believe, I'm almost positive he was a good friend of John O'Keefe.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's breaking news, Kev. I thought he was close with TB. But either way.
I'm almost positive, though. I mean, he, and that's, when I first found that out, I was like, that's John speaking through him. That's John speaking through him,
Wow. Yeah. I guess they're saying Microdots he's friends. He was friends with him. So go ahead, Jay. You have a clip or you pulling it up?
I'm queuing it up.
Yeah.
I gotta find it.
But I mean
they had all the shit. They had them down the basement. They had the whole weight bench set up in that video. I mean,
he did a great job.
You could
even the
faces, the whole layout was.
All right, but did you guys ever ask yourself? Did you ever ask this question too? Why did if Karen remembered everything? This is how you know Karen didn't remember shit, right? Here's a fact. Here's a new fact for everybody. You ready? Everybody in the chat? Here's a new fact. If Karen had a memory of John walking in that house, right? Now, I'm not saying she's lying. I'm not saying that. Be clear. James, for me, please. I need your power. Throw it up for me. The disclaimer, Kevy Kev. I need the X's up. I need them up. Everybody in the chat, throw the X's up. Disclaimer. Everybody. I am not saying Karen is lying. What I'm saying is her memory is choppy. But if she 100% remembered, she would have seen Nagel in back of her. She would have mentioned that. She would have seen Nagel. Like right now, if I'm sitting in my car right now and a car pulls up next to me, I'm going to remember the dude driving right next to me. And I'm going to remember the girl walking outside.
Or if it's dark, you're going to see lights on the rear view mirror.
You're going to see light. She never mentioned it. You never once say, Karen say, yeah, when I was sitting there, she said what she said in the new documentary was it was dark. I didn't see nobody. I didn't recognize no cars. What are we doing here? I mean, not for nothing, right? When you pulled up, when you got to the intersection, right? You're coming this way. He's coming this way. He lets you go. So why didn't you mention that? It's not because you're lying. It's because you don't remember.
Right.
And then and then all of a sudden Scanlon hits Yannetti up and says, listen, this dude, Uncle Brian Albert's, this is what he does. He beats people up. And now your mind's going and you're like, oh, wow, I do remember him going up there. Oh, that's what happened. And the problem is, Karen, you speak it out loud. That's all that is. You're speaking out loud. And it's your right. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. But I could say that you didn't remember based on you never saying, because Nagel is the one who says you was in the car by yourself, right? And Julie said she didn't even see your car. I mean, if you were outside and you 100% remember, you would have remembered a big ass truck rolling alongside you, looking in your car like this, looking in your truck, people looking at you like this. She never mentioned it. She didn't know who they were on the Ford 150. She never mentioned it though. Show me one thing in that new documentary, in anything where she mentioned that Ford F-150. It doesn't matter. She didn't know anybody. That's fine. Of course she didn't know them, but she never mentioned it. She never said, when I pulled up, when I was coming down the street, a car let me go and follow me down the street. She never mentioned that because she didn't remember. That doesn't mean she's guilty or anything. She just didn't remember. And if anything, that shows that she's telling the truth. Because if she wanted, she could just lie and say, I do remember. They pulled up alongside of me. It was just me by myself. Right? Yep. Instead, she doesn't mention it because she probably doesn't remember and she doesn't want to lie.
Yeah. I mean, it's regardless, man. Back to that point. I mean, we don't know how many drinks she had. I mean, some people cheat that shit. You know what I mean? Some people are drinking water and shit. You think they're drinking, vodka. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't know. I mean, but if she was drinking, and I mean, she kind of admits that she was drinking, and she kind of admits that, leading up to this incident, they've been excessively drinking. I mean, they're trying to drink away their issues and stuff. I mean, that to me seemed to be the common denominator to get them back together was the alcohol. And a lot
Hold
of
on
people,
a minute.
I mean,
we got some turbulence. Sorry.
Turbulence in the chat.
From who?
Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat.
Keeps the brain rocking.
Dang, man.
Josie's on a vacation farm. Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat.
Josie.
Oh, Josie.
What's going on?
This is your chat. This is your
Josie. Let's go.
come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I just wanna use your love tonight.
Let's go, Jimmy Johnson.
I don't wanna lose your love tonight.
Karen could have been drugged. Oh shit! Great.
I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. Try to stop my hands from shaking. Yeah.
Hey, Josie, I appreciate the love. I really do. That is beautiful.
Josie had to put you on the big screen.
She put me on the big screen. How am I looking, Josie Lou? Am I looking
Damn,
all right, Josie Lou? Damn, Josie. But you know what I think, Josie? I think you're amazing. Let's go.
Oh. Josie, may I have this dance?
You look perfect when you wake up.
You better calm the fuck down.
Wasting time. Don't know how it got
Oh
you.
shit!
Things you think you need to change, things that keep us running late. Girl, that ain't what makes you tick.
Why is Kevin always moving shit around?
A million times, but I'm about to say it again. You look amazing. You look amazing.
All my ladies in the chat. All my ladies in the chat. I need you to know. All my ladies, all you mothers, all my single ladies, all my ladies that are married, all my ladies that held it down, all my beautiful, beautiful ladies, all the ones that are going through something right now. Me, James Jackson, Kevin, 781. We think you're amazing. Let's go.
What you do, you turning heads in every room. Don't know why you act so surprised. You look amazing every time. You make me wanna pick a handful of wildflowers. They remind me of you. Natural beauty don't come from spending hours. God just gave it to you. You look amazing. You look amazing. No matter what you wear, what you do, you turning heads in every room. Don't know why you act so surprised. You look amazing every time. Ooh, those pretty eyes looking back at me.
Teddy, sing that shit.
They can only see what I see.
Woo!
You look amazing.
Yes. I go by the name of J.F.K.
Go by the name of James Jackson.
And B42, this is her favorite song, Blue 42.
Blue
42. She keeps forgetting. Let's go.
Let's go, Blue.
Let's go.
Oh shit!
How's it go, Blue 42? Woo! Yes, Blue 42, we love you, girl. We love Blue 42, man. She's be clear. Blue 42 told me that was her favorite song, and she was joking.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. Yeah, she did. She said, this is my song. Yeah, she said that.
Damn,
when I played it last time. Blue
Nah,
42, man, she's a great sport.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I love you too, Blue 42, for real. I love the fact that you got a sense of humor and you bring something to the channel and you don't bring it to nobody else's channel. And James pointed out, Blue 42, we got a new name for you. And you know, this is a moment in time that we shared. Speaking of moments, we had shared some moments on this JFK channel at the Fuckery Donut Shop. James Jackson, JFK, Kebby Keb. Now, what we were saying was, at the end of the day, I don't think, James, she remembers everything because she never mentions Nagel.
No. I don't think so.
She never says, but Nagel's on her side. She never wants, and now that kind of shows that she's telling the truth because she could easily lie and say she seen Nagel and he drove by me and I was by myself. But she doesn't lie. She just never mentions it because she doesn't want to lie. So I'm pointing these things out because the non-believers that are watching right now, hi, how you guys doing? The ones that are chopping us up, putting us on Twitter, calling us all these crazy names, jealous motherfuckers, jealous.
I see you.
We see you, and we know who you are. We just leave it at that. The sneaker in the snow.
No, I mean,
dog would grab it if it flew off. Go ahead, Kebby Keb.
You know, like when you say that, like she didn't say anything. Like you think they would have asked her, or is it because like?
But I'm saying, like, if you knew that was if you know their testimony. I'm saying since then, right? When she went on Vanity Fair and all these different things. She never once says, "Yeah, I was sitting in. You seen the trial." Right. You know, she could come out with a soundbite and push that. You seen the trial?
You know, what the guy said?
You seen what Nagel said?
Yeah,
they said I was by myself. I looked right at him. We locked eyes. She could lie about but to me, she doesn't say it because she doesn't remember that part. Right. That's just my opinion.
No, that's a good point. It's a good point because it's like, you know, like they say, someone's always watching, or like you're at a stop sign. There may be a guy standing on the corner while you're at that stop sign. You know, he may see you, you may not see him. A situation like that. That's basically what it comes down to.
Was she staring at the door, waiting for him to open it up and wave her, "Hey, come on in"? You know what I'm saying?
So.
Like,
I believe it was between the door and her phone.
That in my eyes would be the scenario. Like she was staring at that door, waiting for him to open that shit up and say, come on in. You know what I mean? Or him to come out.
I don't believe that though.
Dude, blah blah blah.
I hate to say it. My take on that is that I don't believe that. I don't believe. I believe that she thinks that's what happened, and she wasn't 100% sure in the moment. If she was 100% sure, I'm speaking on 1/29/2022, the morning of. I'm not speaking later on. Be clear, people. I'm speaking of that morning. If she was 100% sure that morning that he went in that house, she would have been saying, "What the fuck happened? Who did this to him?" She didn't know. And that's the reason why you got, I hit him. Did I clip him? Did this happen? Did that happen? The process of elimination. Then you add in Scanlon 2 days later, painting this picture of him getting beaten up. Then bits and pieces start coming back. And then she starts talking out loud. And this is how you get what we get. Now, the segue off that, speaking of the drop-off video with
Microdots.
Microdots, I think he does a fabulous job. I think Micah Dots is on another level. I collabed with him for my video. He let me use his videos for my video. I was very excited when he let me do it. Be clear. But he's bringing different case scenarios on a conspiracy, right? I don't believe what he said. He said that I'm trying to find the pot. James, talk to the people a little bit.
So, chat. Everybody watched that Microdots video. And let me see. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. He's cutting me off. God. I don't know, Kevin. Kev, what do you think? What do you think about the video so far? Not just the Microdots, but everything that's going on so far. The new docket series with her. Shit that happened in court today. How do you feel?
You know, I mean, what I think, my take on it is, I mean, I kind of look at it two ways, like almost, you know, like man, I can see where a few things might hurt her a little bit, you know, and I think, you know, all this footage that they have is from a year ago. So I mean, maybe they weren't expecting this second trial. You know what I'm saying? So this was already in the works from during the last trial. So and like it's been brought up, it was her way of kind of speaking out. You know what I'm saying? She's not taken, she hasn't taken the stand, but you know, she might say a few things on the courthouse stairs with her lawyers, but you know, in all reality, I think, you know, on the mainstream, you know, something like that's going to get some views, you know, all over. She's trying to get some of a message out, you know.
Yeah, she's doing her best, man. She's doing her best with like, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but she's doing her best as far as like J.F.K. and I remember when the news came with us, and like he said, they'll have the cameras off, they'll gas you up, they'll start talking to you, and then while they're talking to you, they'll be like, hit play. And then next thing you know, you're saying shit, you get a little loose with your lips, you know, they start joking with you, you start opening up a little bit more. And those are things that it's almost like being persuaded to say something. You know what I mean? And I don't think that should be held against her. Any of that shit, like, you know, the soundbite Hank, that's all he's doing, bro. He's built this whole entire case off of sound bites. He's building this whole shit off of sound bites.
But I'm going to tell you this. I mean, with Hank Brennan being on, I feel like the first trial, Yannetti, Jackson, Little, they attacked Lally. You know, they attacked him. Even his other team that very rarely spoke during that trial. And I think the Commonwealth's position, or, you know, whoever put him in play, is to look at it as a defenseful angle. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to, I mean, these are all things that I'm sure has happened to him. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good point. I mean, they probably put Lally's ass in there because they thought this was such a cut dry case that they could just put Lally in there and he wouldn't be hit with all
under the rug.
Well, they thought that they had this one before it even started, so they're like, you know, we'll just use Lally. He's not really our go-to guy, but we'll just put him in there because we got the cops on our side to do the dirty shit. We got, you know, all these people on the other side to take care of the footage, all that bullshit. They thought this was already won, but they didn't know, you know. So
I don't mean to barge in on the convo. I just want to take some super chats. Scott says, Karen is at the flagpole. She has to travel 24 miles per hour before striking John. So when Jen sees Karen at flagpole, where is John? He has to be at the 24 miles per hour point. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like he would have been standing there. She would have seen him, right? For sure. Nobody's seen him. LG, stop spamming chat. It was not Higgins. It was Brian Albert. Anyhow, Love you all, especially JFK and Jamesy. We love you too, Misty. I don't know who's spamming the chat. I don't know who that is. 3:30 National Standout Day. We need to show strength to big numbers. 11 a.m. across the Emerald Square. North Attleboro is one of the other locations. I got to know. Karen could have been drugged to forget. Well, keep forgetting. You never know. So I got the part. I got part of the video. I pulled it up. This is the part I need the chat to help me out with, and I need people to help me out with. If I feel the defense ain't going in this direction, they never brought this up before. This part of this clip right here when they're saying someone brought the phone back out to where John body was found. Now that's crazy. So what you're saying is,
oh, I see what. Yep.
Look, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah. No, that's what I was thinking.
This part right here.
Yep.
Their next immediate problem. At 12:31 and 56 seconds, someone carries John's phone 83.5 feet out to the last spot they saw the SUV parked. Conveniently near trees and bushes, providing enough cover to stay out of sight. It is placed there at 12:32 and 16 seconds, which means it took about 20 seconds for someone to move to that location and drop the phone. Although another theory suggests they turned the phone off and placed it outside at a later time. Without a proper investigation, we can only speculate. Regardless, for Karen to have hit John.
Now, when I watch that video, I see basically him saying, you're talking about third-party culprit, 3 people, right? He was talking Brian Albert Jr., he was talking the wife, he was talking the 2 girls. They all was involved in this shit.
Right.
The reason why she went outside and told them to go, her brother Nagel to go, is because she just seen him get beat up. She had to clean something up. Now, I'm just saying, I don't agree with that. I think he walked in the house, went downstairs, nobody seen him. And as far as the navigation goes, I don't even know why we putting things out there as far as saying they went back. So you mean to tell me these people had the frame of mind? Now, I'm just going, disclaimer, I'm going on a casual fan here. If I just came, listen, and there's plenty of casual fans that just got on this Karen Reed case.
Indeed,
I've been seeing people posting a lot
Yep.
since this documentary. People saying, oh my God, she's framed, or people saying, oh my God, she's guilty. I never seen before speak on this case. I've been seeing it a lot on my timelines. So my point is, if I'm a casual fan and someone says, hey, did you see this guy Microdot's video? Now you want me to believe that this was all a premeditated murder on their behalf. Bring him here. Once he walks in, we're going to beat the shit out of him. Oh, where's his phone? There it is. Run out to the flagpole and put it there. That's what he's saying. Now, am I wrong? Like, what's going? Like, why is he saying that? Is that a big problem for us? Is he mentioning that because that's a problem we have on the prosecution? They're going to say the phone was right there because all I know is on navigation. When I put my navigation in, I could drive past the house and it will still say it's on the left if I'm still in the vicinity. It doesn't say turn around, you're 5 houses down. It says here. So his phone could have still been on him inside that house, and his navigation would have still had him there.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, why did he say that? So I'm confused on why Microdot's a guy who's very prominent in this business of Karen Reed would say people came outside the house and put the phone out there, and then included everybody as if they were washing up the house and they were all making sure. I don't see it that way. I see a fight happening downstairs. I see Big Bad Brian A walking upstairs saying, all right, guys, you don't got to leave, but you got to get out of here, getting everybody out of there. The birthday cake that was in the refrigerator is not getting brought out. Sarah couldn't smile because she couldn't have the birthday cake, right, James? She's pissed. Yeah, everybody got to go. And they kept it on the hush. That's what I would assume. And I feel you could contain that more than saying, hey, everybody, you guys we're all in on this. You clean the body. Everybody's in on it. Because that's what the video, I'm going on what the video says. I'm not knocking this dude, Microdots. I don't know, dude. I'm just saying, I think the video's awesome. But if I'm watching the video, disclaimer, as a casual fan, I'm saying, damn, everybody in that house was in on the murder. I don't think that. I think the 3 people who they name, Colin, Kevin from South Boston, and Big Bad Brian A, was the ones involved. And they kept it on the low because they were in the dungeon. But what I'm saying is, why would he say that? Why would he say they put the phone outside? Is that a problem that we're going to have in the prosecution? Is there some type of evidence we don't know about where they're going to say, no, that phone never moved and it was right there the whole time? Because why would he say it? I don't understand that. That's kind of opening up to a huge conspiracy. I don't know. That kind of just struck, because I never seen him say that. I've been watching this dude for a year now. I never seen him do a video where he says they came out the house and put the phone on the ground. James, take it over. Can someone tell me?
Well, that's a great point, because you say you never heard him say that, but guess what else we never heard? Baby! We never heard that with the breakdown with Maddie M. Oh man, that shit when they broke down the phone and she was like, "You ready for this, baby?" That the girl,
yeah, but I feel that woman, no disrespect to that woman.
No, that's all love.
Much respect to her, but what I'm saying is she's not as close to the Karen Reed team as this man.
Okay.
So why would he say it? Why would he cover that? Why would he cover that?
Kev?
You believe that? You believe that? So you mean to tell me they beat this dude up, and in the process of him being beat up, they're like, take his phone and put it outside? That's a stretch, man. I don't believe that.
I mean, yeah, I would think he.
I think they moved his body. Sorry, James.
No, go
I
ahead.
think they moved his body in the truck. I don't think they carried him out there.
But I'm asking you this. Okay, that has nothing to do with what I'm asking, though, Kevin Kev. Why would Microdots do a video? You're a casual fan. Name somebody you don't know nothing about this case. You say, watch the Microdots video. You watch it. Now, if you're watching the imagery's crazy. It's like, wow, these sick fucks. But it doesn't add up to what potentially was just a fight that went wrong. They didn't premeditate kill this dude.
Agree.
They didn't say if they were trying to kill this dude, they could have killed him any day of the week without this hassle. Any day of the week. Right, Kevin from South Boston?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it makes it look like they lured him there to murder him. That's
what he said in the video. I'm going on the video. Listen, disclaimer, J.F.K. is not talking shit about Homeboy. I think he's awesome. I think he's great. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to understand why is he putting that narrative out there. Is it something that we need to know going forward in the prosecution? Are they going to say no? The phone was there the whole time, like and then he's covering it saying they knew. Take the phone and put it there. I mean, that's a crazy conspiracy. Because I'm under the assumption that if you're on the navigation and you go to your destination, if you're still in that vicinity in front of that house, it doesn't show you move. It doesn't show you movement.
It's gonna stay.
It's gonna stay in that. Yeah, you're still there. Yeah. So why say put the phone outside? What was the reason for that?
Just to get it out of the house, I guess.
Why? Who's thinking like that after that, though?
I mean, if they're saying that he never came in the house, they got to get that phone the fuck out of that house if the phone's in there. If they're all saying John never came in the house, right? He never came in the house. That's what they're all sticking with. If his phone's in the house, I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't
wouldn't be in the house? They're thinking like that. They're thinking like that 2 minutes after the shit's going down. So why did she call the phone 100 times?
Right.
That's my next question. So why did she call the phone 100 times? If they put it outside, why would she have to call looking for the phone?
No, I think he had his phone. Like you're getting that right now. I think he had his phone, and when he got blasted,
I'm just trying to understand why he said that.
The shit went down.
I'm confused because listen, there's only so many people I listen to and watch on this shit, right? And Microdots is one of them. So by him doing that, I'm confused now. I'm confused as a as just a regular casual cat, man, as a dude who watches the same stuff as everybody in the chat. When I watched that, I thought the video was great. But what turned me to make me say, all right, the video's cute. It's great. It's got all the graphics. It was well done. But now I'm confused. Because if I'm a casual person trying to believe Karen Reed is innocent, now you want me to believe everybody in that house set John up from the jump. And they had this plan to take him out from the jump, from the rip, from the start. I don't believe that. At that point, I'm better off believing she hit him. At that point. You want me to believe all that? You want me to believe little Brian A was in there like, all right, Dad, give me his sneakers. I'll wash them. Sarah was like, let me eat a piece of cake before we bury him. I mean, come on. Stop. Yeah. Come on. I'm just not rocking with that. That's just my opinion.
You know,
what do you
I'm
think?
reading some of these comments, and these are people that are long gamers, and they're saying, I never thought about it truly. See? So I never thought about it truly, Little B said. You know, to the casual, we're casual fans. We're long gamers. So when we see
casual fans, disclaimer, casual fans is somebody who just checks in on and off. We're not casual
That's
fans.
what I meant to say. We're not casual. That's what I meant. We're not casual
Okay.
fans. We're long gamers. So when we see something like that, we question it because Jen McCabe made all those phone calls to John O'Keefe. Why would she have to make all those phone calls if they had the phone to bring out?
It's because they didn't have the phone, right?
I don't understand. Like, what I'm saying is, if he went in the house, and even if it was on the Waze app, he had the phone on him. She was blowing up his phone.
Mm.
Doesn't that explain what happened to his phone?
Back pocket. It looks like he keeps.
But I'm saying, like, so you mean to tell me in the first 90 seconds, these people like grab the phone and put it outside by the flagpole? Come on, you want me to believe that? I'm a casual fan. You want me to believe Karen's innocent, but you want me to believe they did that. I guess it's possible. I guess it's possible.
Right.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. That's just listen, I'm not going to play everything, man. I'm not going to hit play and be an echo chamber. I'm not going to sit there and do what everybody else does. Play it and say, Microdots did this. This is great. Boom, I agree with everything. No, I don't. I don't agree with that. Because then now you're dumbing down. It's the same way I talked about the other woman who said Maddie McCabe is the one who died, how long to die in the cold. If you're saying that, then you're saying everything Jen said is official.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying we should believe Jen McCabe now. And with Microdot's video right here, if you're saying they put the phone outside or shut it off or something like that, now you're saying that Jen didn't do that. Didn't call because of that. So they were butt dials then? She's telling the truth? What is it? Right. I don't know why we go against our defense. JFK's not going against the defense. What do I talk about all the time? We in the casino right now?
Right.
What do you got? You got 5,000 on 17? I'm not going to be the dude who's putting fucking $10 on 5 because I don't agree with your 17. Now I'm going to put my $10 on your 5,017. I'm going to ride with you. I'm riding with the tower. And if we all get swooped up, we get swooped up. That's the definition of a long gamer. All these different scenarios people are putting out there, I don't understand what we're getting from it. And should I be concerned is my question. To say someone in that position making that claim, is there a reason why he's doing that? Is there something I'm missing? Because I could have sworn John walked in the house. Higgins was like, yo, listen, man, da-da-da-da, don't be loud in my house. Boom, ba-bang, boom, ba, boom.
There it is.
And that's it. But now you want me to believe boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, boom. Jen's like, did you get him? And then the girl's upstairs. Can I eat the cake now? And little Brian A's like, all right, Chloe bit him. I got to brush Chloe's teeth. Like everybody was in on it. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's a lot to digest, my man. Taking all that in.
And disclaimer, I don't want to sound like I'm shitting. Like I said, I think his video is fucking awesome. But context, what do I talk about with Karen? Karen did this great video, right? Of the trial. The graphics, the 5K, Netflix camera, documentary, beautiful. But the message was distorted. So guess what? Who gives a shit how good it was?
Right.
If the message ain't right, then it doesn't matter what the aesthetic looks like. What do I always say? The aesthetic got to match with the message. It's got to make sense. So the aesthetic on the video, awesome. The message, I kind of don't understand. That's all. And I'm not just going to look at the aesthetic and say, oh, wow, let's just gloss over what he said because the aesthetic looks so good. That's not what I do. I don't know about you guys. Can someone tell me why he did that?
That's well, there's your theory. Where does he know something that we don't know? You know,
at this point, if he knows something we don't know, why not just say what it is instead of having us riddle me this, riddle me that? Why the fuck, you know?
I mean, watch. Let's play it some more. Watch this.
JFK, in my eyes, you know, you're right. I mean, this is like I've heard it.
According to the Commonwealth's own forensic
other
data,
places, it's
Karen
like the
Reed
eve of the
could not have
trial.
murdered John O'Keefe.
Hold on. Go ahead. What were you gonna say? What were you saying?
What I was saying is it's like the eve of the trial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
the trial next week, bro.
Yeah, we got a week, and
so this is what he's saying. Check it out. I said all that, and I'll let's watch the rest.
Did.
And then at 12:40, he texted hello.
Why is she texting him if she knows where the phone's at? He just said the phone was outside, or they shut it off.
At 12:41, Jen makes call number 2 of this series. 54 seconds later, call number 3.
And at 12:42, he texted, "Where are you?"
See her face while he's asking those questions, though?
Yeah.
Because maybe she was definitely told to do this.
She makes call number 4.
Listen to what Microdots is saying.
And at 12:45, he texted hello.
She ain't even blinking.
At 12:46, call number 5. At 12:47, call number 6. And finally, at 12:50, Jennifer places call number 7. A highly suspicious pattern of calls. But what's even more interesting is that Jen originally told police that she saw Karen pulling away at 12:45, specifically remembered because it coincided with her last text to John stating hello, which means Jennifer has been caught in another lie, and that she was attempting to place the SUV outside when it was already back at John's house for nearly 10 minutes.
See, that's where I disagree. So let's give another thing. So Jen is in the house. So the first part of the video, you say they had the know-how to grab the phone and either shut it off, right, or bring it out to the flagpole. Now you're saying she called all these people. She kept making the call for an alibi. She kept doing it on purpose for an alibi, right? And then to line it up to what she's saying on purpose that the car was out there. Look, I text at 12:45 because I seen the car out there. I don't think that's what happened. I said this before and I'll say it again. At 12:31, Jen McCabe texts pulling back at me. Right? The very next time she goes to the window, again, she said pulling back at me. She had the eyes on the car at 12:31. She said pulling back at me. The next time she sees that car or goes to the window again was 9 minutes later at 12:40. This is the shit we need to speak of. 9 minutes went by. She looked out the window and she said she seen the car. She didn't say she seen the car move up. She said the car moved up. She said she didn't see it move up. She said it moved up. So the question is, was she looking at Karen's truck or was it somebody else's truck? Karen was already gone because she was connected to the internet at 12:36. 9 minutes, a lot could happen. I mean, come on. And a car could pull up. Who could get out the car? If someone gets out that car that knows that neighbor that fast, and who else would leave a car running like that?
A fucking cop.
A cop. So who's a cop?
Kevin Albert.
And didn't he take that ride back from New York?
Absolutely.
And didn't he used to live in that house?
Grew up there.
So where would he go? He would go through the back gate, wouldn't he?
He would go right through that back gate.
Right into the dungeon, right?
Into the dungeon.
So then maybe she was looking at another car.
What do you know, Jenny from the block?
What do you know? And then at that point, that's where all the phone calls started coming. She started hitting them up. Maybe the first two was the right ones. And then right in the middle of that, maybe right when that was going down, they came upstairs and said, we got an issue. What do you mean we got an issue? Come downstairs. And then she went downstairs or something like that. And when she went down the stairs, she seen what happened. And they're like, find his phone. And then she started calling his phone, looking for his phone. And that's when the cover-up started happening. Maybe she was upstairs and she wasn't asking no questions. They were downstairs out of view. And then when she realized, wait a minute, what's the truck doing by the flagpole? And she started going, John, and maybe she opened up to the door and yelled downstairs inside the basement. Is John down there with you guys? Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm willing to believe something like that than saying, all right, when he comes in here, we're going to hit him with an elbow and punch him and throw him downstairs and beat his ass. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, nah. It's a lot. Someone said, who was that I just saw say that? Or Anthony said, or maybe Jen thought Karen had John's phone.
And get full access to our AI video creation.
In my eyes,
interviewed by Trooper Proctor on January 29th, 2022.
Jen has also adjusted her story since the beginning to accommodate the Commonwealth's evolving theory. The flagpole was always the last place the SUV had been seen, until Jen testifies here.
When I first saw the vehicle, it was straight ahead, out the front door, stationary.
We know what that is.
You said you saw it pull up again, second time. So you saw it move twice.
From one place to the flagpole.
Fuck you talking to, Jen?
To further up.
Jennifer changes her story, now claiming she saw the SUV in position to reverse backwards towards John.
It moved to the flagpole, and then it moved up again.
And like they did over and over again in the first trial to explain why the new story doesn't match the first, they blame police incompetence. No one has done more to damage the reputation of cops everywhere than these people.
So as Trooper Proctor was taking notes about what you were saying, he just got it wrong. At no time did you hear any noise or sound outside that was unusual?
No.
Listen to that shit back up, man.
That shit sounded.
Listen to that shit back up. That's a V8, man. That's a big, big truck. That's a big truck, man.
Yeah. That thing's gonna make some noise, bro.
It's gonna make some noise backing up. And I'll prove it to you right here. It's wild, huh, bro?
Yeah. Who is Misty? Who is it that you say is spamming? I keep seeing spam.
Then block them.
I'm trying to say I keep catching it when they say it, like people that we know. I'm trying to find who it is.
Trying to find
Yeah, they are they're all changing their stories. Oh, I see who it is now.
What is it?
The LG, they didn't mean to kill him.
We see here that the weather conditions were initially favorable. Notice there's only a few inches of snow on the ground. We see here that the weather conditions were initially favorable.
I mean, that ain't a blizzard, man.
No.
Though they began to deteriorate as the storm intensified throughout the day.
Look at the snow on the cars, man. It ain't even that much snow on the cars. That's
Nothing.
that morning.
Two
So that's what the lawn looked like. You're telling me he was out in
vehicles
front of
parked
that?
in the driveway appear to have not moved in a few hours, including Brian Albert's Ford Ed.
Look at that. Look at the snow that morning. That's how much snow was there. They're saying he was buried in snow. Where? Where was he buried?
Yeah, his car's not even brushed off yet.
Where was he buried? Look at the front of the thing. Look at it. Look at the mailbox across the street.
We see here that the
Look
weather...
at the neighbor's cars.
Notice there's only a few inches.
Look at the neighbor's car right here.
There's only a...
Let me see if I can catch it. Look at the neighbor's car.
Notice there's only a few inches of snow on the ground. We see here that the weather conditions were initially...
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know if Jen meant that she seen the car pull up, because she doesn't say that in the report. She says that she looked out the window and she seen the car and it moved. I don't think that she meant that she actually seen it.
No, I think that was added to her testimony, as she had to spice it up, you know.
Where I got this, this.
Because remember, Jay, if
And
you
there
go
was
back,
one individual that replied,
You will. We're friends.
anybody, what happened? And there was one individual that replied several times, I hit him.
So she said, I hit him. She repeated it. You what?
She asked if somebody could be alive in the snow without a jacket for many hours.
Times?
Yes.
Raising her voice at times?
Yes.
Crying at times?
I didn't see any actual tears, but
That
type of emotional. I was personally given was just, I hit him. Oh my God, I hit him.
This is all my fault. This is my fault. I did this. And she was very hysterical.
She said, I don't think I'm ever going to see you guys again. And I said, of course you will. We're friends.
she was right. We haven't seen you.
Someone said she had hit him, and she had said that they had gotten into an argument. She was sad because that was the last thing she had said to him was the argument, but she didn't go into detail on what the argument was about or what was said.
Rightfully so.
Yes.
Oh man, dude, that shit is crazy. They're gonna try. You know what I mean? Like, but you listen. Everybody's conflicted. Some people say one thing, some people say another.
Right.
You know.
And at that point, like in her mind, she's thinking that he's out there partying, having a great time, while she's home with the kids, and he's still out partying, not answering her phone calls. So she's wilding.
Well, she thinks Higgins in her ear.
And not for nothing, like, you know, JFK, like you said, did she even remember dropping him off? Because right there sounds like she was still lit. You know what I'm saying? All fucking pissed off.
So you guys seen the snow I just put out, right? The first video I put before that of the snow of that morning, and
Yes.
that's like a reenactment video,
Yeah.
right? Same type of inches of snow. You couldn't see. You would be able to see them.
Right.
Debbie J, your thoughts make so much sense. Someone needs to alert the defense team. Thank you so much, Debbie J. Thank you. Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry, bro. What were you saying?
You know, I mean, another thing with that whole situation is like, you know, I mean, I mean, where's all the blood? You know what I mean? It just,
where's all the blood?
You know, there's not. I mean, someone gave a good reference, like, you know, take a 2 liter bottle of soda and dump it out. I mean, that's what was missing. You know what I mean? Was that all on his sweatshirt? You know what I mean? He leaked out of his head. That's what makes. I mean, you know, the other thing, man, is that you got, you know, you got an FBI agent. An FBI agent and a Boston cop. You know, I mean, if someone's going to have a plan to try to get away with this shit, it's going to be 2 fucking cops. You know?
Dunkachino? Don't mind if I do.
It's just crazy.
What's my name? Dunkachino. Attica, hoo-ah, lottie light. This whole trial is out of sight. Everyone wants my Dunkachino. Dunka, 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 dunka.
This whole child is out of sight. Let's listen to this Lexus for a second. Let's listen to this Lexus 570. Let's listen to it rev up. All right, you guys are looking out the window. It's a quiet street, and this thing's going 24 miles per hour reverse, which is going to rev up high. The RPMs are going to spike all the way to 8. They're going to go to 8. If you go to 25 miles per hour backwards, RPMs at like 7, 8. Am I lying, Kev? RPMs, they don't. There's no such thing as switching gears in reverse. There's no first gear, second gear. It's one gear.
That's right. It's short.
Let's listen. Short. So let's listen to how loud you heard the truck in the microdot video. Here's a Lexus 570 Land Cruiser Toyota. Let's listen to it.
Check me. Be in trouble. Is that you in there?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Purrs, huh?
Come on, man. You would have heard that thing. No one heard that? No. Who's that out in front of the house acting like an idiot? And she's going to gun that shit with a little bit of snow on the ground at 8 RPMs, gunning that shit, and she's not going to spin off the road and go up on the sidewalk? Come on, man. There's just no way. There's no way. And she's trashed. I mean, that's the facts. I mean, that's just what I believe. I believe she was a little nice, and that's it. And she don't remember everything at that time. And I gave you the reasons throughout. If you're on the replay crew, we love you too. If you're wondering why I think this way, go back and rewind the tape, and I spoke on it. But I will say this. Jen, why did your testimony change, Jen? Why did your testimony change? Let's listen to Jen McCabe, what she says.
What conversation do you have with her at that?
She proceeds to scream my name multiple times, that John didn't come home. She left him at the waterfall. Just woken up. I was, what are you talking about? And then she, told me that they had gotten into a fight and she left him there. I remembered that Chris Albert had still been at the bar. Maybe John walked home with Chris because Chris...
James, you want to speak to that?
Maybe Jen walked home with Chris? Is that what she said? I mean, John walked home with Chris?
Yep. So she's calling her up, right? Now we're back to this whole microdot video about hiding phones and all this other things. All right, so they put the phone outside. They didn't put the phone outside. It was a murder. It was premeditated. It wasn't premeditated. Whatever how it went down, whatever you want to believe, I'm going to believe this. At the end of the day, I know Karen Reed didn't do this based on this. This is everything. Keep in mind, she talked to John O'Keefe for 90 seconds, over a minute, on the way from the Waterfall to 34 Fairview, and they text each other. She knows he was there. She looked out the window. She seen the truck there. She talked to him. He said, I'm down the street. It only takes 5 minutes from the Waterfall to 34 Fairview. So it wasn't like she didn't think he was on his way. He knew every time she talked to him, that 90 seconds, that he was closer and closer.
Yeah.
When she looked outside and she said here, she knows he was here because she just got off the phone. So why at 4:55 a.m. did she tell Karen, let me see if he walked home with Chris?
Almost 4 hours later, you forgot in 4 hours you didn't know that you had just talked to him, text with him, looked out the window, saw them pull up. But hold on. Let me have Maddie on the end Maddie on the backup tell me what I should say.
Lives close to the waterfall. I told her that I was going to call Julie and see if John had ended up with Chris.
And what did you do then?
I called Julie Albert. She did not.
Now keep in mind, Julie Albert got a police report out on it by Proctor, right? And in that police report, it says that at 4:55 a.m., she says to Proctor, or to whatever cop it was, excuse me, I don't know if it was Proctor, but to one of these police officers in the police report, that's when she found out John was dead. So it coincides with the phone call because 100% by the phone record, she did call Julie. Question is why she called Julie. So she got to make up a lie, right? Like, I didn't remember. I wanted to see if he walked home. Why would you even think that when you just seen him there? So let's just keep going.
Have any conversations with your husband Matt around that time?
Yes. He, had kind of shot up.
Did you have any conversations with your husband, Matt? Like he's feeding
up out of bed when Karen had called. Then he was, what's going on? And I said, well, I'm calling Julie because what are you talking about?
Another thing that I mean.
Hold on a second. Let me get through this. Hold on a second. He said, what are you talking about? We seen him in front of the house. You already knew that. You're the one that was talking to him, not Maddie.
Your sister's house. And then I'm not sure if I called Kaylee back.
I'm not sure if I called Kaylee back. No. You called Kaylee back, which means is you called Karen back, which means is, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if Karen, chat, never picked up that phone call back, the little girl never picked up that phone. Let's just say the little girl never picked up that phone call. This would have never went down. Their plan would have been
on deck.
Julie was on deck. Julie was going to be the one. Based on that, she had to make that phone call to Julie to tell Julie, stand down. We don't need you anymore. We have someone who's going to find the body that makes more sense. Because she's on the other line saying she doesn't remember shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is perfect. Let me hang up and call you back, Karen. Let's keep it going.
I'm not sure if I called Kaylee back
or if Kaylee called me back. Yes, I get Karen. I get in touch with Karen again, and I say, Karen, we saw you outside of my sister's.
We saw you. Oh, you knew that from the jump.
And what was her response?
She told me that she didn't remember going.
What did she say?
She told you what?
On there.
I don't know. On the 911 tape, he got out the car.
Was that you?
Yes, that was.
Is that the 911 call?
Yes, it was.
And what did you just say?
I said, I don't know. He got out of the car.
And this was at 6:03 in the morning, correct?
Correct.
In that 911 call, you said he got out of the car, didn't you?
I did, because Karen Reed had told me that she had left him there.
No,
you're wrong.
So there was 2 days. There was 2 days of the trial, right? I mean, 2 days of Jen McCabe. Maybe 3. I forget. Was it 3 days or 2? And the point is, she testified on one day that Karen didn't remember a thing. And then when Axon Jackson said, "You just said you seen him get out he got out the car and went in the house," you said, "Because that's what Karen told me." No. That's not what Karen told you. You said Karen didn't remember shit. Now she told you she dropped you off. This is in mid-trial. The whole testimony changed.
Man, it's like we keep saying, Jay, the only mistake they made was not bringing her back on the stand. Jen McCabe.
This is everything. This is everything, because the segue back to the microdots, the segue back into the stories of who believes what. This proves that when Karen called her talking about, "I don't remember," she made a conscious decision right then and there to be like, "Oh, you don't remember, huh? Let me see if he walked home with Chris. Maybe you're right. Maybe he is at the waterfall. Let me call you back," knowing exactly where he was. And now she calls Julie, because Julie was probably the one. We're not going to get all into that. But Julie, the donuts, she was probably going to be the one, because she left early that night. Probably going to be the one to find John in that window of opportunity, because Kevin from South Boston, right? Do I got my ATF hat agent on tonight, Kevin from South Boston? Because I'm a pretty good detective, don't you think, Kev? Hold on a minute. This is a Celtics hat. You're not allowed to Celtics games. But anyway. Kevin, you can't come to Celtics games. We don't need your type of shit.
You're banned.
You're banned. Hold on a minute. I got to take it back up, James, with that one. Kevin from South Boston, you can't come to the Celtics. Fuck out of here with that shit, buddy. Holy shit, man. Come on, man.
Oh,
you got to watch the company you keep, man. Come on, man. Watch the company you keep, man. Don't come knocking at our door, Kev. Fuck out of here.
Come and knock on our door.
Don't you knock on my door.
I'm waiting for you.
I got something for you.
The kisses are hers and his. Please come for me too. Come and dance on our floor.
I got bottles at my door.
Hey, Kevin, South Boston, we got something for you, buddy. Let's go.
That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop.
Jen, why'd you change your testimony? Mid-testimony.
That's the sound of the police.
Come on.
That's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Stand clear. Done, man, attack. You can't stand where I stand. You can't walk where I walk. Watch out. We run New York. Policeman come. We bust them out the park. I know this for a fact. You don't like how I act. You claim I'm selling crack. But you be doing that.
You be doing that.
Say see ya, cause I would never be ya. Be your officer, you wicked overseer.
Wicked overseer.
You wanna get props and be a savior. First show a little respect. Change your behavior. Change your attitude.
Change your attitude. How about this? R.I.P. John O'Keefe.
You hit the ground, bang, bang. That
R.I.P.
bang,
Officer John O'Keefe.
I used to shoot you down.
R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe.
R.I.P.
South Boston.
Don't nobody wanna die, but everybody wanna ball. See, somebody gotta go when them killers call. You know it's in us all, you just gotta find it and use it. You can get away with it if you don't abuse it. The streets talk, now be smart, cause that heat coming. And if they know that you did it, you better keep running. I think I see something, they go by enemy. Only Lord knows where this nigga finna be. Till the key, still the price, this is real if you're looking. Might give it to you for $5, depend on if I took it, nigga, anything goes. My shop never closed, from the nickels and the dimes to the whole kilo. The real niggas feel me, the haters wanna kill me, but I'm holding down my city. Man, this 9 million, why you throwing bricks and hiding your hands, homie? I know where you hang, ain't no thing for me to walk up.
Kevin from South Boston, R.I.P. John. You did him dirty, man. You did John dirty.
Lord forgive me, but he tried to kill me. Somebody out there gotta feel me. Lord forgive me, but he tried to kill me. Somebody out there gotta feel me. Just think if I empty the
R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Kevin from South Boston. You did your boy dirty.
Dirty, man.
Woo! Let's go, chat. One's up for John O'Keefe. One's up. Let's go.
Don't nobody wanna die, but everybody wanna ball. See, somebody gotta go when them killers call. You know it's in us all, you just gotta find it and use it. You can get away with it if you don't abuse it. The streets talk, now be smart, cause that heat coming. And if they know that you did it, you better keep running. I think I see something, they go by enemy. Only Lord knows where this nigga finna be. Till the key, still the price, this is real if you're looking. Might give it to you for $5, depend on if I took it, nigga, anything goes. My shop never closed, from the nickels and the dimes to the whole kilo. The real niggas feel me, the haters wanna kill me, but I'm holding down my city. Man, this 9 million, why you throwing bricks and hiding your hands, homie? I know where you hang, ain't no thing for me to walk up and let that chopper go.
I shot you down. Bang, bang. You hit me.
Now all the gangsters pray. Lord forgive me, but he tried to kill me. Somebody out there gotta feel me. Lord forgive me, but he tried to kill me. Somebody out there gotta feel me. Just
Okay, hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, let's go, let's go. Hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, let's go, let's go.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. You did him dirty. Thank you, J.F.K. and James and Kev, for keeping it real. Karen, we're all here for you, and we pray for you. The evil will end. For sure it will. It will.
Absolutely.
And why'd you change your testimony, Jen, mid-trial? Right in the trial. Look at the way how Karen was looking at you.
I mean,
lying.
JFK, I got a question for you.
Go ahead, brother.
You know, what would make this circle of people work so hard to keep this a secret? You know,
well, you got to understand. You got to understand. They didn't talk to Sarah or talk to the kids until like 8 months later. So by that time, they had plenty of time to digest this and look at it in a different perspective. That's why I don't think it was a premeditated thing like Microdots put in that video, like they were all in it from the jump. Because if they were, they would have probably already cracked. But you go 8-9 months, which is a long time for a young kid. 8-9 months is a long time. 8-9 months to us old cats, that's nothing. 5 years is nothing. We're counting every day. Every day counts, you know, when you get to this age. But they figure, hey, they never talked to me then. And by that time, they're drilling them in the head. They're taking them to the cheesecake factory. They're giving Sarah cake. You know, they're looking out. They get, you know, they're keeping everybody close. And they're like, at this point, you're all involved. We didn't kill them. They put something in them kids' heads that they didn't do it. You know what I mean? That's not the way it happened. Don't listen to the media. The guy Turtle Boy's a piece of shit. It's a lie. And they're running with it. That's why they haven't cracked. Now, if they would have got put in that room that morning from the investigation where everybody's pointing this anger at, these racist pricks that I see all over Twitter, these people are racist. I swear, the people that hate Karen Reed are like racist people. People could say to me all day long, well, why are you using race? I feel like if you hate Karen, there's something like they're totally mad. They just don't say, oh, I think she's guilty. They say that she's balloon knot, is leaky. They say
This
that
is some vulgar
they
shit,
say
man.
wild shit, man. And like they're just real evil people. Like this guy, Plevlin, he's on this, like they all get together. The Boundless dude got together with KP, and they all, all three of us are together. They all got together on a platform and started talking. And the shit they were saying was insane. They're counting all Karen's money, saying where she spends all her money at, and then saying grifters, made a huge video on grifting.
Right.
And then
I caught that.
Then at the end of the video, KP says, if you want to support me, you can see, here's my link. Yeah. Buy me a coffee and send me 500, please. Right. Hey, Only Man, can you send me 500? She's looking for that Only Man fucking 500 pack. You know what I mean? And then this dude's trying to sell a book, and grifting, the definition of it is spreading a narrative that is wrong.
They tried to read the definition. They did what we did.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And at the end of the day, Karen Reed is innocent before being proven guilty. So by writing a book about how guilty she is, you're actually grifting, because that hasn't been set in stone. Now, your opinion of thinking that she's guilty, but it goes beyond that. This guy, it goes beyond that and says that the Department of Justice was shady. They were working with Ocker, and this is all a scam, and it's suspicious. Like, the feds are suspicious. The feds never came out and said they exonerated anybody. They just said we had closed the investigation for right now. That don't mean tomorrow they might not open it back up, Plevlin. They might open it up. They might open up your book and come after you, you fucking idiot.
Wait a second.
They might come. Hold on a second, Plevlin. They might come get you. Plevlin, they're coming.
Hope that fucking addicts.
Better get out of Massachusetts.
I'm going back to Massachusetts.
Message from the flight deck. Get out of Massachusetts, Plevlin.
Something's telling me I must go home.
Goddamn, Plev, they're coming to get you.
And the lights all went down.
Say goodbye. Let's go. J.F.K. Say goodbye. Wade Barber. Let's go.
Why? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Never dies, I hold a mean grudge. Life is cruel, I never knew love. How I feel with evil and it's running through my blood. Every day I'm trying, but I'm fucking up. Judge sick of seeing me, I'm doing time. Lost everything, even lost my mind. Gotta pay the price when you cross the line. That's alright, we all gonna die. All gonna die, they die first. All gotta go, they are the worst. The hurt and the pain, sitting in a cell. Court basements, living in hell. Who can you tell? Don't understand, can't reach goals, don't have a plan. Feeling so paranoid, my life is a lie. Now close your eyes and say goodbye. I know time to say goodbye.
Plevlin!
You are a clown. Clown. You are a clown. Clown.
What the duck with the $50? Thank you. People get hung up on the blood. The head wound would have bled out to the Saba. I can't even read that. I'm gonna let someone else read that shit, man. We got a doctor on board to read this. Yo, would have been internal bleed. I know from experience. Almost lost my mother. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that. To the same thing. There was no sign of any blood until they did a scan. Okay.
Well, I just want to say one thing. I saw that earlier. I touch on that. I remember one time I was someone had cut me on my arm, and I got a really big gash, thick gash on my arm, and there was no blood. It was just like you know. So sometimes when you get a big gash like that, it might not bleed as much. So that's
Vogel with the $4.99. Natalie Dunn, thank you so much. The evil will end for sure. Just open up the conversation. What do you think happened on Officer John O'Keefe's phone? Do you think they found it to shit off, or did they throw it outside? I mean, I think it was on him the whole time. I mean,
yeah, I think it might have been in his back pocket.
I mean,
what
would make it? What would make it?
Damn,
Turbulence in the chat. Let's go. Oh man, we got turbulence in the chat. Oh man, Jay.
Debbie J. She's been keeping the plane rocking all night. We appreciate that.
Let's get to it then. Let's go. Woo! Let the music play, homie. Yes, Debbie J, turbulence in the chat. Let's go. All my ladies, how we feeling out there tonight? I go by the name of J.F.K.
And I go by the name of James Jackson.
Free Karen Reed.
R.I.P. John O'Keefe.
Let's go. Let's go, James. We need to get Kevin some headphones, man.
Shit.
I could set your world on fire, but you're holding the lighter. Instead, you putting out a flame.
Can't hear this, Kevin?
Nah, all the Microsoft stuff I heard fine.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah. I think maybe he comes in and out sometimes. I used to have to do that, Kevin.
Let's go. Take it right back to 1995, 96, 96. Yeah. Ladies, if you got that one that got away, you know this song. You know how it goes.
This is Monica or Brandy?
Talk to him, James.
Need to give it up.
Oh, Boston Brandy.
Damn, throwing up the ones now. Way behind.
Class of 96. Still waiting on the pause, J.F.K. Maki! I don't know what that means, but it's all good. How we feeling? Take it to the West Coast. That funkadelic shit.
What's up, Patrick?
Phone lines are open. You want to talk to J.F.K? James Jackson? Chevy Kev? Give us a call. Be here for a little bit longer. Let's go. Say what? We don't care about them other channels. Just be good to me.
Irene?
We're live with J.F.K, James Jackson.
Hey, J.F.K. It's Irene calling.
Hey, Irene, how you doing?
I'm calling from Canada.
Canada.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I watch you guys all the time. About the phone, I don't know if you guys go back and
That'd be
listen.
Jay.
When Alan was asking Jen about her missed calls to John that she deleted. There was an unknown number call, but it wasn't marked as missed or unanswered. So I think the phone got lost in the scuffle, as somebody had stated in the chat. And so when it rang or something at some point, it could have been when Kieran was already gone. Then they found the phone in the house, so they had to get it outside.
Why did they have to get it outside though?
Well, they couldn't have it in the house. Somebody must have put it underneath them. Maybe when at one point Higgins said he took a beeline out of there, so maybe he put it underneath him when he left.
Oh, you mean put it outside under the bar?
Underneath John. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what Microdots was saying. Microdots is saying they put it outside at 12:30.
Oh no, but I think they're saying in the second trial the phone wasn't out there that long.
Yeah, and that's what
it was still on. Yeah, because it was still on.
Right.
Like it wasn't dead.
Exactly.
The phone wasn't dead.
Did you watch that video? Did you watch the Microdots video?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I watch you guys all the time.
I appreciate that.
I'm calling from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Nice. So let me ask you, do you guys put polos in the bag over there?
Do we know?
Canada, they put the Canadian gooses.
Years ago, there was two older men that got jailed as young teenagers. It was on the news back. They got out over the last few years. They were innocent. And after they got out, finally, because the cops admitted that they looked for evidence before they charged them, and then they tried to find the evidence to fit their narrative. They spent all their life. They spent all their life in jail till their high 70s, and when they both got out, they're on the news, and they really looked frail. But anyway, one since died of cancer, and the other guy's dying.
But why
they did all their life in jail because the cops arrested them, put them in jail, and then tried to find the evidence when there was none.
Wow.
So yeah, it happens. It happens here too.
It does. Well, listen,
Yeah.
sweetie, I appreciate the phone call.
Okay,
Call
then.
back anytime.
Okay.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, then. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. All the way out in Canada. We got that Canada love.
Nice.
Thank you, girl. Appreciate it. Debbie J, thank you so much. Debbie, man, rocking out with the Turbulence, man. Thank you so much, Debbie. We appreciate you so much, Debbie. Debbie, everybody put your peace signs up for Debbie. Debbie kept the plane rocking. She kept the plane rocking for sure. Gonna take a couple more phone calls, and we're gonna call it a night.
Call from
Mike.
You're live with J.F.K.
Yo, what's going on, Jay? It's Mike.
What up, Mike?
Yeah, how we doing, man?
Well, all right. How you doing?
Hey, can't complain, man. How's James and everyone doing tonight? How's Cap doing?
What's up,
Everybody-
there, Mikey? Chilling,
Everybody's chilling. What's good with you?
Hey, nothing much, man. It's getting ready for this trial,
So what's happening, man? What's your take on this?
Well, quick backstory, man, about Plevin, man. I don't know if you've seen the cover of his book. It says Court TV Expert.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny story, man. So next time you talk to Auntie Deb, man, he'll tell you, because we kind of grew up in the same area, man.
Hello? Oh man, I lost him.
Yo, he said Court TV expert.
I lost you, Mike. My bad, brother. I lost you. Does it say that?
Yeah, I forgot someone said that shit when I was watching the trial today.
Court TV expert.
Oh god damn.
call from Sir.
J.F.K. and James Jackson.
Hey, J.F.K. I just wanted to say thanks for you guys' channel. And this is LJ, who was on the chat earlier. And I want to thank Josie Lou for keeping it cool and not throwing me out.
Yeah, man, I saw his
But
comment. It was nothing.
you guys have covered the show really well. And, hey, it's nice that it's entertaining as well.
What
So
were
thanks
you
a lot.
What
Keep
were you
up the good
doing?
work.
What were you doing? I don't even know what you were doing.
I also, well, what I was putting in over and over was I was hoping someone would see was the fact that, and like you said about the phone, I think that's a little questionable, a little much that everybody was in on it. But I think by consequence, they all became in on it so quick it was out of control. They were all drunk.
Right.
And they didn't want to kill him, but I think it was an accident. I think they did hit him in the back of the head so hard they killed him.
Right. So what were you saying in the chat? What was going on? You just name drop?
Oh, I was just saying a couple of things early on. Was I had heard in the hearing today, I had misspoken and said that Higgins had sucker punched two cops, and that they were going to be, and that two of those officers that were sucker punched by him were going to be in witnesses in the new trial. But someone corrected me. It was actually Brian Albert who had sucker punched some police officers.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was the third party thing they were discussing, the potential, and Jackson had mentioned it in the trial before and some of the other hearings that he could make a really good case that it was them that had killed John O'Keefe, and it wasn't an accident. It wasn't Karen who ran over him.
Absolutely.
So I'll get off the air, and thanks a lot.
Hey, man, appreciate the call, my brother.
You're welcome. Take care.
Peace.
Karen down here, Delaware.
You're live with J.F.K. and James Jackson.
JFK?
J.F.K., this is me.
Oh my goodness, it's Karen Donahue Belrose. Can you let Plevin know that's why I didn't go to Leitrim's? I was a Casey chick. Casey's pub in Worcester.
Oh, yeah, you used to go to his pub?
Casey's, not Plevin's, Leitrim's. No.
No. Why not?
No, Plevin was at Leitrim's. I went to Casey's.
Ooh. So what type of guy was
Because
Plevin?
of Plevin at Leitrim's.
What was he doing at Leitrim's?
Dirty.
He was doing dirty. Like what? Tell us.
Just dirty.
Like what? He
Like
was slanging. He
Dirty.
was he
Little
slang?
boys.
What?
Young girls. Anything and everything. Cocaine. Listen. Am I on the camera right now?
Just
You live.
Oh well. I was a KC chick.
Yeah. So go ahead. What do you mean with this little boys? What do you mean with the little boys?
Yeah, that shit's weird.
Little
He liked
girls.
it all.
He liked it
He
all.
liked
Huh?
it all. He needs help.
Hmm.
Hold up, what? He needs help. And then what did you say, JFK?
I mean, that's
No.
just,
No. He did anything and everything. That is why I went to Casey's pub, not Leitrim's pub.
Oh,
But
okay.
why didn't you
born and
say
raised in
anything?
Worcester.
Why didn't anybody ever report him? Did anybody ever report this guy?
I never went, never witnessed, only heard, and that's not good enough for me. So that's why.
So let me ask you this. Let me put my glasses on and ask you a real question here.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go out and buy Plevlin's book?
Am I gonna what?
Are you gonna go out and buy his book?
Get the duck out of here, JFK. Knock that
shit.
seed
Why not?
up. But
you can use it as a coaster.
Heavy Kev, I need to smoke a pack of Marlboro with him. And maybe a couple blunts on D&E's bed.
So
you know
definitely
that bench outside D&E's?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
That's
this is disgusting, but I'm in. But
let me ask you this: so you're
Kev,
definitely
pick
you're
me
not
up and bring me.
Oh, you want Kevy Kev to hit you up?
Well, I'll take you, but you don't smoke. I don't think. You're at the gym. Whoa! James is too young. I may corrupt
James!
him.
Oh!
No, I'll take Kevy Kev.
Thank God.
Kevy Kev.
I didn't make the cut.
What you like about Kevy Kev?
Smoking a pack of Marlboro and maybe a wacky tobacco outside of D&E Pizza. You know, Chicken Palm Charlie.
Damn, Kev. She said she'll do it outside the pizza
Oh,
shop.
Kev, not that. Look at JFK.
Look at me.
Look at what he just did. Knock that shit off. Look at James.
What did I do?
Hold on a second. Let me ask
But
you. But
Josie,
Josie, are you gonna buy Plevlin's book? That's what we needed.
Get the duck out of here. I will never buy anything from Plevin, but Josie needs to know I see her.
You see
I see Josie.
Josie, she sees you.
Listen, cuckoo. He went over the edge.
So what about Josie? What you
I'm
say
a
about
Casey's
Josie?
chick, Casey's pub chick. He'll know what that means.
Are you a boomer?
Are you a boomer? James wants to know.
Excuse me?
James wants to know if you're a boomer.
A what?
Oh,
a boomer?
Yeah.
What is that? I'm old. JK. What's a boomer?
I guess you're a boomer.
Kevy Kev said he's gonna hit you up.
Okay, listen, you guys keep me alive, thank you. And
Hey.
free Karen Reed.
Absolutely.
And listen,
What's that?
listen, you boys.
Okay.
John O'Keefe was not the nicest. The nicest John O'Keefe ever had in his life was the Karen Reed.
Okay.
Please remember that.
All right, we'll do that. Appreciate that, girl. Talk to you soon.
Oh my God, look at you, JFK. Knock that shit off. James, whack him a few. Kev, pick me up.
Oh!
Bye, guys.
Kevy,
Bye, boys.
Kevy Kev, holy shit.
Josie, I see you, Josie.
I see you, Josie. Kevy Kev.
Kevy Kev. Whoa.
Yeah, it gets crazy. Yo, the calls on JFK are crazy.
Kevy Kev. Damn.
Yo, I think she's a Canton local, bro. She said out in front of the pizza shop, bro.
Hey, she don't give a fuck.
I think she was a Canton local, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, she don't give a fuck.
You're live with JFK and James Jackson.
Hi, this is president of the Brain Injury Club calling
All right. Oh, is this Blue 42?
Yeah, it is.
What up, Blue 42? Are you awake?
Yes, I'm awake.
right.
I wanted to see if you saw Alessi laugh when they mentioned the expert who's going to testify on ground hardness.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That shit was funny. Definitely.
You can't just go by that. My head's hit linoleum, cement, tile.
Wait,
It don't work like that.
It don't work. So what's the hottest shit have you hit with your head?
I've been in a car accident, skateboarding accident, crowd surfing accident.
Crowd
And well, I have narcolepsy, and sleepwalking, and a fainting disorder. So I just go down.
Damn. Have you ever hit your, have you ever fell out at 7-Eleven or anything like that?
No.
No.
But, yeah, no. And I wasn't a boomer either, and a booster.
What?
I'm not a boomer or a booster.
You're not a boomer or a booster? What if you were boosted and then you fell out? You get caught.
Boomer if I wanted.
No, I'm saying if you was so when you were sticking polos in the bag, was you ever afraid that you were gonna fall out?
Okay, no. I wasn't the booster. I was the getaway driver.
Oh shit! What if you fell asleep
I always got
while you were
roped into
driving?
being the getaway driver because I was in so many accidents. I had to learn how to drive good.
How many accidents?
How many accidents you been in?
4. I think I hit a tree.
You sure you
It
wasn't
was all just bad.
You sure
Yeah.
you wasn't in 42 accidents? Blue 42.
I know nothing about football. I watch basketball. I know nothing about football.
You know how many? Do you remember? How about this? Do you remember? Do you remember how many banners we have?
Banner?
Yeah, the Celtics. How many banners we have?
Oh hell no!
You don't remember?
I wouldn't remember that on a good day. But you know what? The sleepwalking was so bad, honey, because I rolled off a roof because I do stupid shit, and I broke my sternum and I hit my head, and I didn't break my head. I broke my sternum though.
Oh shit! Damn, God bless you. How are you still alive?
Yeah.
Well, see, I was born sickly, so I have this no limits attitude my whole life, and I was like, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and that got me in trouble sometimes. I got real dizzy and was just like bloop right off the roof.
Oh man.
Come pick your mans up.
Nothing's gonna stop me from doing what I want to do.
Even if it means falling off a roof, huh?
I didn't mean to. I'm used to being on roofs for fireworks and stuff, but not for a long time.
What the fuck
I'm
are you
old.
doing up
There's
there?
there's a limit to no limit. There's an age limit.
Oh, absolutely, girl. I love it though. So you're doing all right now? Everything's all right though? You're fine? Everything's okay?
I'm slowly getting better. Yeah, it's taking longer than I thought, but I'll be all right.
Well, listen, right? Take it a day at a time, right? And we got nothing but love for you on the JFK channel, right? And peace and love, and God bless you.
Yeah, I love you guys. You guys are cool. I love your music. Great show. Thank you.
Absolutely, Blue 42. We'll talk soon, all right?
Blue
42. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Peace. Blue 42. Should we make some Blue 42 merch? What's going on? Thank you, Blue 42, for the laughs. I really appreciate you. Whatever you're going through, I know that you really have issues, as far as fainting. That shit is no joke. Yeah. Fainting spells, getting dizzy, vertigo. She's making a joke out of it because she's a soldier. Be clear, she's making a joke out of it because she's a soldier. But I got an unknown call, but I ain't even picking it up. Because every time I pick it up, it's never what I want it to be. So I can't answer no more phone calls. I'm at the 3-hour mark. I'm about to land this plane. But yeah, Blue 42, she's going through what she's going through. She got some issues, being dizzy, whatever it might be. She's a sport. She's a trooper. She's a soldier. And I really appreciate that she shares the laughs on the JFK channel. She goes with the bits. She understands that when she calls in, we're going to play music. We're going to laugh. We're going to chop it up. We're going to make the channel fun. But our main goal is free Karen Reed. And anybody that's going through anything, sick, suffering, anxiety, not feeling like yourself, whatever it might be, our thing on this channel is that you're here for it. You're alive. We're all here for it. It's all about the moment. It's all about the memories. We got love for every last one of y'all. That's basically the point of it. We got compassion, and we know you guys got compassion for us, and love is love. But Kev, what you want to talk about before we slide up out of here, man? What you want to say?
I mean, just get ready. Get ready. We got a week. I mean, some shit's about to open up. I think a lot of shit's about to get opened up that we didn't get to see last trial.
True.
And prayers for Karen.
Kev, you gonna get a channel? You gonna put your YouTube up? Start getting some subs, man, and start doing a Kev show.
I might have to.
Yeah.
Everybody put your peace signs up for Kev jumping on flight tonight. He's one of our co-pilots. He's learning how to fly the 777. It's not easy flying this big plane. He gets kind of crazy sometimes. We definitely need to get him some headphones because when we're playing the music, Kev don't know what we're doing. So Kev, we be playing some jams, son. You be jamming with us.
I'm sure.
James, what you want to say to the people? I just want to say, I mean, Kevin from South Boston, we started the show off talking about you. Your man came in, told us, dropped a link. I read the link. You have a lot of explaining to do, my man. So, that being said, I go by the name of James Jackson. Beautiful people.
Absolutely. What the Duck gifted 5 memberships. Drea, I'm coming for my polo autographs for my boys. Long game and always peace and love. We already know. Thank you so much, Drea. Diana G, what's more reliable? The jamming out to JFK's greatest hits. And Diana G, the boomer could talk. Absolutely. And with that being said, we got nothing but love, and we're going to see you next flight very, very soon. Turn your notifications on. Hit the subscribe button before you leave. Go sub up to James Jackson, JAMESJKSN Jackson. Our Venmo's Jfkshowoff, Venmo James-Amaral-5 on the Venmo, Cashapp James Amaral Jr., Cashapp Jfkshowoff if that's what you're looking for. If you're on the replay crew, we love you too. Josie, we love you. All our mods, nothing but love. Fun size, Mark S.
Hit the like on the way out.
Hit the like on the way out. Nothing but love. Peace.
Nothing but love. Peace.
See you next flight, y'all.
Yeah, JFK too. JFK's out. Yeah, he's doing good shit too. JFK's he's that late night man. Yeah, JFK is that that Letterman of this movement, dude. JFK is the David Letterman of this movement. Like he's making a difference late at night when people don't think nobody's watching, but he's doing it and people are watching. Make no mistake about it. He is doing it.
Right.
JFK's fucking kicking ass.
There's a place where everybody goes. It's a place not everybody knows yet, although there could be any place at all. Day or night, it's where it's at, making friends there in the chat, while JFK and James reenact the waterfall. And when this journey's finally at its end, we can say that all of us are friends. We stood proud and all of us stood tall, while those around us said you're wrong. We stood our ground, stayed Boston strong, thanks to JFK and James' reenactment of the waterfall. There's a place where everybody goes. It's a place not everybody knows yet, although there could be any place at all. Day or night, it's where it's at, making friends there in the chat, while JFK and James reenact the waterfall. And when this journey's finally at its end, we can say that all of us are friends. We stood proud and all of us stood tall, while those around us said you wrong. We stood our ground, stayed Boston strong, thanks to JFK and James' reenactment of the waterfall.